We are back with another installment in variant roles. Dungeon of the Mad Mage, level 20, the Runestone Caverns.
Earns.
Red Wizard will need food badly when you guys are done with him. Oh, and I apologize because I'm just a touch sick today, so I may be coughing a little bit. But luckily, science has indeed informed me that I cannot get you sick through the screen. So let's just hope science is right this time. They have kind of a shoddy track record, let's be honest. That whole global warming thing, I'm joking.
I was like, no, Nat, you are not. I'm
just on that one.
I'm the one running OBS right now. I will turn this stream off and around.
I will turn this stream around, damn it.
Roll initiative, but for real.
Yeah.
Do it.
That's a 100% joke and a bad joke. We're gonna move on now. Ended last session just in the cusp of fighting a lich named Izat, who had mentioned that is that?
What's
Is that it?
EZZAT, damn it.
Is that what I'm holding on to?
Is a former Red Wizard of Thay, who apparently hates Hallister, but to Will, played by Nox, may or may not have teleported straight past through his door and crept into through the room, and a floating staff of ice just turned to say hello and announced that there was an intruder. And as Azat turned to go deal with said intruder, the party sprung into action. Noth, played by DM Corey, tried to park up the wall to smack him. Moss, played by Jono, chucked out his bag of tricks. Reached back in a bag of tricks. Sorry, every time the bag of tricks gets used, Shoop plays in my head. It's a sickness. I'm sorry. And Ducky, played by the lovely Val, just decided to try to make friends and just grab his hand because they happen to be floating next to each other.
Everyone was doing something useful. Ducky's like, hold the hand.
Somebody was flying, right?
Yes.
Ducky was flying. How is Ducky flying? Boots. Right.
Ducky was flying with his converted meat boots.
Yes. Okay. They were boots, but we forgot about them when your shoes got turned into meat pies because statues are fun. Now they're like not canon. It's like an other item that does it. It's just not boots.
I'm flying with the power of love
and friendship.
It's given me wings.
He's still attuned to them.
Okay, so
in your belly now.
Did they just down a cup of Red Bull before the session started?
Yes, Red Bull, it gives you wings. And it gives you wings as Ducky flies past.
I'm on a roll on this bad joke train. Okay. So,
I thought of that, and I'm already sorry.
why don't we go around and introduce ourselves just a little bit? I already said who all you are, but that's not enough. You're cooler than that. You deserve more. Let's start on the top left of the Twitch overlay with Corey.
I am Dungeon Master Corey. I am all over the Twitterverse, but primarily you can find me on Twitter tweeting about all my different streams and fun things that I'm involved in. And every now and then do some content creation and publications on Dungeon Masters Guild. You can catch me Mondays and, on Saturday occasionally when we have an awesome game like this that I just can't miss. All right. And besides that, I've played in several games DMing for Nat. And, I got to say, it's good being in the game with him at the helm. Yeah. So thank you very much, Nat. That's what I got.
Power word kill. Over the right to Nox.
Hey, I was trying to take a picture of my dice so I can put it on Twitter because I'm so excited about these dice.
They're pretty cool dice.
I'll get to that. Hi, I'm Nox. You can find me on the internet, Nox Noctua, and I'm here. I'm playing Twill. I forget what we're supposed to say. I'm playing Twill, who is a human.
There were no rules here.
A human warlock / rogue / fighter. So she started out as an Adventurers League character, which means she's never had a personality. And she still doesn't really. So I'm just
Today
really,
she's
yeah,
Adventure Mom.
yeah, exactly, yeah. She's adventure
I love
mom. Yeah, that's the role she has assumed, and I'm super excited to use her to punch around this nearly dead wizard thing. That's it. I'm done.
Bones.
I'll head down to Jonah.
Hi, I'm Jono. You can find me on Twitter at MammalJono. Today I'm playing Mossy, the Furball Granger, and I'm so happy to be back.
Jono. I gotta say it right. Jono.
Jono.
No worries.
Okay, and then over left for last, but certainly not least, the resplendent Val.
Resplendent, such a good word. Hi, I'm Val. I'm playing Ducky, the little kobold paladin. They use they them pronouns, and I use she her pronouns, and they are just doing their best. That's Ducky's whole thing, just doing their best.
I like the description last time we have the oversized plate armor that you're just so proud of.
Yeah, they've like scrubbed it and polished it. It is way too big for them, but they are just so proud.
It shines.
It shines.
All right. Why don't we jump back in then? Oh, I'm Nat. I'm the DM, so I'm playing all of them. You can catch me on Mondays with Corey, where I play a wizard who just gets in his hair repetitively. That's my entire job.
He tries on glasses like new shirts.
Yeah, I'm a wizard, TM. I swear. All right. So why don't we jump right back in? Cue the fight music. Dun dun dun. Right. So I'm gonna start with Ducky, who has very gently just put your hand into this skeletal lich hand, and I would like you to roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Come on. Oh, I actually took this one. Yay! Oh, that is.
Paladin, right?
I'm a paladin and I'm persuasive.
You're critically good at this.
A dirty 20.
Oh, that's pretty good. Give me a moment here. I gotta roll an insight check.
Uh-oh.
That's probably a little rude.
Did you say
And that is
rude?
a natural 1 from Azat for a total of 10. So as you slip your hand into his skeletal fingers, he just looks down at you. And the skeletal corners of his bone cheeks kind of turn up slightly as Noth
Oh dear.
launches himself into the back end of him. Noth, I'm gonna let you roll with advantage, but you're automatically going to hit. This is just to see if you crit him.
Oh my god.
Physical dice, don't fail me now.
Because he is really just taken aback by Ducky's display of intimacy and affection.
That's 17 to hit.
Okay, well, like I said, you're going to hit just to see if you crit. So you connect, and your second attack, because you are high-level macho barbarian.
That would be a 15.
All right, so give me some damage as you smash into the back end of this hapless lich.
All right. And 27 points of damage across 2 strikes.
All right, and you have a magic weapon, correct?
Yes.
Cool. So he takes 27 damage as you
Believe it's
smash.
radiant damage.
Oh yeah. As you smash across the back end of this lich, who you can see on the Twitch overlay just to our right. His name is Azat. He's having a good day. Not anymore. As you smash and spin in the air and smash his back again, just like a spinning strike, and you fly slightly past him and grab onto the stalactite. And in fact, kind of holding on to the runestone at the bottom of the stalactite, which is glowing with the vibrant blue. This is effectively the round where Zat would be surprised. So, what would Will and Mossy like to do? I know you were chucked a little bag of tricks, man, which turned out to be a boar.
Yep, it sure did. Oh, yikes. I think Mossy right now is just going to remain hidden up against the wall.
Okay, you got that hide in plain sight ranger skills.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna see how this goes. And
Just
to
to
Will.
see what happens.
I don't like any of this.
Oh, and after you go, we're gonna be rolling initiative proper.
Oh god. I'm just looking through my cool stuff I can do. And there's anything that's gonna help me at all? I don't think there is. I want to hide. Oh god. Yeah, I want to hide.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you really can't hide from the staff because there's a clear line of sight to you. Not that you know it uses sight, but
Well, it's obviously seen me somehow.
so but you could hide from Zat, certainly.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
There was a chessboard with a chair on one side, and the staff was kind of floating on the other side of it. There was also a bookshelf. Is there anything particular you wanted to try to hide behind, or just kind of hide by being quiet?
That's it? Just this bookshelf and a
Oh,
chair?
there's a door on the far side that goes farther in.
Oh fuck, I'm gonna make a mad dash and run through that door.
All right, so you dash towards the door, and the staff turns to you, following you, going, "It's an intruder. There's an intruder. There's an intruder going on."
As I'm running by.
And you get to the door, which is pretty basic. It's stone carved into the stalactite, and you can open it up.
Oh god, do I die? Do I get exploded?
Yes, definitely lots of death. One moment, map. And that will open up into a study. Dozens of wax candles light up the room. Top candles or fixed to skulls, petrified rats, and other miscellaneous objects. The room is cluttered with tons and tons of stacks of books, many caked with dust. There's a desk and chair, and a spiral staircase that goes up farther in this goes down in stalactite, because this thing was on the ground and I inverted it because that sounded more interesting.
Okay, so I have 30 feet of movement. If I wanted to go down the stairs, could I do that? Like, how far would I
sure.
get?
Why not?
Okay.
Go to the next room. We don't need to be too technical here. So you go down and come to a landing where there is a 6-foot-tall stone statue depicting 3 smiling gnomes balanced precariously on each other's shoulders. There is also a door.
Oh god. I'm gonna hide in this room, I guess. Is there anywhere to hide?
Behind the gnome statue?
God, I'm so afraid of anything. Having run Dormicor, I'm so afraid of statues.
Do you hide behind the statue?
Oh,
That's literally the only thing. You can also hide just among the stairs, just in the spiral staircase, I guess.
I'm gonna I'm screw. It's go big or go home with these games. I'm gonna hide behind the statue.
Okay, as you go behind the statue and crouch behind it, nothing happens immediately. Please roll initiative for me.
Really quick, I apologize. There was something I was going to do. I just forgot.
Go ahead.
It's super easy. I was just going to pop a detect magic and have a look at that runestone.
Okay, yeah.
Just to see if there's anything going on there that I could interfere with.
So you look at the runestone, and it is a beautiful, I think Twill looked at it a little bit last section. It's a beautiful cornucopia of rainbow colors of magic that display across the different schools. There is also a silvery cord, kind of like you might see on an astral projection, connecting to Izat and also going into the stalactite, connected to something else more strongly than is connected to Izat. It has divination and conjuration magic most strongly.
Good to know.
And
Thank you.
why don't you make me an Arcana check?
Yeah.
You can read all these.
This is going to go super well. That's a 3.
There's this little rune in the middle of it, and it occurs to you. It looks kind of like an eye.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Cool.
All
thank
right,
you.
everyone, give me some initiative.
That's better.
Nat 20.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow. What a waste of a nat 20.
That's a 24.
Nice. And what is the total on that nat 20, Corey?
That's a good question. Let me pull up my D&D Beyond here.
Might still go second to Mossy's 24. I don't know.
I have a +0 initiative because I didn't build it right in D&D Beyond.
Oh,
Oh,
Corey.
well, no, because you're a Loxodon. You don't need Dexter AC.
Yeah, I have no dex mods or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
that's fine.
maybe I did build it.
Ducky, what'd you get?
Ducky got a 9.
Well, you're just too busy staring lovingly into this lich's eyes.
The song from Titanic is playing. They have no idea what's going on.
I'm sorry, but I never saw Titanic.
Listen, I fell asleep at the beginning and woke up when everything was going horribly wrong, so I have no idea what happened in the middle.
That's the good part, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I got all the important stuff.
Twill, what did you get?
24.
24?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. What's your bonus and what is Mossy's bonus?
+5.
Dex, where are you at? My Dex modifier?
Yeah.
+3.
Cool.
I just have
Now
a bunch
I
of
roll.
extra shit that raises the initiative roll.
For a 4. And I roll for a staff. And I roll for a lich. Okay. That's kind of bad. And then I roll for that. Which is okay. So Mossy, the situation has not changed very much. It is your turn.
Okay. All those things. I'm just gonna try and sneak a little closer to the runestone, I think.
Sure. The main issue isn't like distance; it's the fact that it's suspended in the air at this point.
Oh, right. I knew that. In that case, go big or go home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a look at that lich and attempt to banish it.
Oh, damn.
Sure.
Do it.
That's
We'll
a
see if
charisma
that
save.
works. It is, in fact, a charisma save.
All right. That is a 14.
My DC is 18.
Legendary resistance. And
Oh, damn it.
actually, wait, no, he's not, because he has intimate knowledge of Undermountain and knows that banishment will not work.
Rats!
What?
Because banishment and other such magic does not function in Undermountain.
Ooh.
Rude.
All
Rude
right,
Undermountain.
Double rules.
Yeah. You hate to see that.
Yeah, that's
So
okay.
you make like a portal to the side of him and try to shove him through, and he just slams into it like a wall, and I'll treat it like when you dimension door into a wall and it's like 3d6 force damage.
All right.
Yeah.
Mossy, just upon seeing that happen, goes, "Oh no."
He takes 6 damage.
Yay.
Woot. Stout. Anything else you'd like to do? His head turns from Ducky, and it scowls, turns, and looks over at Mossy on the other end of the room.
No, I don't think there's anything else I can do at the moment. That was my action, and none of my bonus actions are possible or worth it in the moment. So I think that's
Fair
it.
enough. To Will, you are hiding behind a statue.
Uh-huh. God. Okay, so. Oh, analysis paralysis. Okay, I'm gonna go through the door.
Diving deeper and deeper into the Lich's sanctum.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to find. I'm information gathering.
Fair enough. Okay, so you go through the door into a smallish chamber. It's like 10 feet, but it's kind of rough hewn carved out of the cavern of the stalactite. Mounted on the south wall is 6 inches above the floor is a 3 foot wide, 9 foot tall rectangular mirror with a stone frame. You are pretty sure this is used for magics like scrying. That would check out, and he's a lich. And there's another door. Carved in the top of the frame is a human-sized eyeball.
Oh, cool. Cool.
As you walk in the room, it looks at you.
Yeah, I just am like, okay.
There's a door, another door.
I'm gonna go through the other door.
Yay.
That's like, I didn't expect them to single-handedly completely scour the.
I gotta be honest. It's if you get past the lich, like if you juke the lich, it's not that hard to go running through his space. All right, so you open into a laboratory. You get to, is a stone table cluttered with decrepit chemical apparatus and dirty bottles with reagents stands at the center of the room. Amid the clutter on the table is a small clay bowl containing crystal pebbles. Did you have detect magic up still from last time?
Yes, I would have.
All right, because you have it at will, so you usually have it.
Mm-hmm.
Those have the rainbowish lights of fragments of runestone.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a narrow cabinet with glass doors in one corner and stairs that hugs the outer wall and goes down another level.
Oh God. Okay.
The cabinet is glass walled, and you can see on the top shelf are 2 potions. And then the rest of them are covered with spell components.
Are the potions glowing?
Oh yeah, they're magic-y. They're abjuration magic protection.
Okay. I'm gonna yoink the potions. And then I want to
Sure.
grab the fragments of runestone as well, because shit, I don't know.
Okay, so you walk across the room, you grab the clay bowl with all the runestones, just pour them into your bag.
Yeah.
You go open the cabinet, take the 2 potions, shove them in your bag.
Yeah.
The only other like super notable mechanic spell components is there are 2 forked mithril rods, which would be used if the plane shift spell, and they're worth quite a bit each.
Yeah, I don't care about that shit. So I'm gonna keep going down the stairs as far
right.
as I can get.
At this point, given that you stopped and grabbed things, you'll probably
Yeah.
have to wait till next turn to go farther.
Sure, sounds great. That's it.
All right.
Oh
And
wait,
Noth,
bonus action
Oh.
hide. Boom, boom, boom.
you can. Oh yeah, you got some rogue. Go ahead. Yeah, give me a hide.
Oh, cool. Ooh, thank God I have a high stealth. Jesus. 18.
Nice. All right. You are like the knight. Noth, you are hanging from the runestone in striking range of the lich, who is somehow still not looking at you. It's kind of disrespectful, honestly.
I mean, I'm totally fine with this. I'm invisible.
Yeah. Fair enough. But just a side note, he is still holding Ducky's hand.
Yeah, I mean, witches don't know anything about disintegration, though, so I think they're safe. Let's make another attempt at separating this poor lich from its hand. Ducky, it looks like they want a souvenir.
Cute.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will continue the onslaught. Maybe I can actually roll a nat 20 and actually take advantage of my weapon master this time.
Maybe.
I should have taken initiative master. No, a 2 is even with my impressive bonuses not going to hit more than likely. That's going to be a 10.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
No.
Do you want to try again recklessly? Because barbarians do that sometimes.
I don't know. I've never played a barbarian in 5e before.
Yeah, you can take advantage on your attacks to get advantage. Enemies get advantage to attack you.
Yeah, but he's not even looking at me, so I'm not worried. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take that. Is that plus 10?
No, that's just you get advantage. So you roll twice. And take the higher one.
Oh, I can't think of mechanic. I'm thinking of now. Yeah, so that will be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that gets him. As you swing your axe in his direction, whiff once, bring it back around, and as it's coming down, his head turns all the way around backwards and looks at you right before your axe smashes right into his forehead. Give me some dams.
All right, and maybe I'm doing this wrong, and it's just a D12, right? Plus,
Plus static numbers, which includes your rage damage bonus and all that fun stuff.
oh yeah, I should probably rage, huh?
I was just kind of assuming you were raging.
I don't remember if I said it last week before I left. Honestly, I think I did, but I don't remember.
Let's go with your raging, because it makes sense.
That's not secret. He's always raging.
This isn't my angry face. Why do you always assume I'm mad? All right, let's see. Roll high, roll high. Well, that's not super high, but all the static numbers are good. That's 16 points of damage.
Okay, you smash into his forehead and bring your axe down across his back. His head is backwards. You have now dealt 49 points of damage. And upon dealing damage, now that he has a reaction to take, he is going still with his other hand, so facing away, head backwards, kind of wave his hand and snap and invoke a hellish word, and it's going to invoke hellish rebuke upon you. Could you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
I have all of the decks.
And you have advantage on that because of danger sense.
Danger sense.
Danger, danger.
Good thing I have advantage on that, or I thought I was going to be applying a sticker for a moment there. I got these amazing stickers that are just begging to be applied.
Oh.
So that's going to be a 13.
All right, so that will fail, but as a bear totem barbarian, you still have resistance to fire damage. So after resistance, you'll take 15 fire.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That'll take me. So 183 hit points remaining.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, and then when you end his turn, he is going to take a legendary action and use frightening gaze upon you. Can you please make me a wisdom save?
Oh, fuck this guy.
That's a good question for the barbarian.
Oh, boy.
It's almost like in the Lich tactics, they suggest you use the wisdom save on the melee combatants and the con save on the casters.
Fuck this guy.
Idea. Wow, what a metagaming lich.
It's in the book.
Of course, the lich would know what to use on who. That's going to be a 12.
All right, so you are frightened of the lich. Yeah, it's not like one of the frightens where you have to run away, but you are frightened of 1 minute save repeating.
Okay, and I just can't. Okay, so he's mid-air, so I can't leap towards him again?
Oh, you actually are currently held on to the side of a stalactite just swinging at him.
Okay.
So you're within reach. Yeah, so if he floats away, you'll get an OA. And you can use reckless attack to offset the disadvantage. It's pretty manageable.
Okay. No, I was thinking that he was out in the middle of the air a little further than that I was leaping at him, but yeah.
So what happened? So basically, Ducky was looking at the runestone. He came down to talk to Ducky, floating down because he hovers, and then they were still in that space, and then you jumped, so you were able to grab onto the side of the thing and still be within reach of them.
Dig it.
Cool. Now it is his little pseudo dragon familiar's turn, and the little pseudo dragon who was with Jono? No, Mossy?
I
Question
can't
mark?
remember. That sounds right.
Yeah. So the little pseudo dragon is like picks his ears up and he says, "Is it an intruder? I'll go find out." And he's gonna fly off towards the open door, provoking an opportunity attack. I don't think pseudo dragons have flyby from Mossy. If Mossy deigns to take it.
Yeah, why not? I'm just gonna pull out my rapier because I don't think my sunblade is up yet.
I thought you turned it on.
I know I did at one point, but I think I turned it back off.
Oh,
he was-
yeah, because it burned me.
That'd be awfully
Yeah.
hard to hide with a 30-foot of radiance coming out of you.
Sure would.
That's a
with
matter
my
of opinion, but whatever.
rapier, that's a 23 to hit.
That should hit a pseudo dragon.
For 9 points of damage.
If I can find the dang stat block on D&D Beyond.
Kill the pseudo dragon.
Oh. Yeah, it's just, it's, yep. What's your weapon, a rapier?
A rapier, yeah. The way I picture this is fishing. I'm so sorry.
Bring your rapier out and just straight up decapitate this thing.
No.
The ground in 2 pieces. And the lich just turns to you and says, "You will pay for that, mortal. Agent of Hallister, I shall eat you in my bread."
Mossy just turns to the camera and goes, "I've made a huge mistake."
So as Ipsy's turn ends, the lich is going to take a legendary action and invoke a spell in your direction.
Yeah, I deserve this.
Oh
I'll see.
Yeah, let's go with. Yeah, he's just gonna invoke a greenish radiance into his hand, and a sickly green ray of disintegrate flies at you.
Oh no.
Dex save.
Character
Dex
to
save.
perform
It's a good thing that I'm good at those. That's a 21.
That saves, and disintegrate, if you make the save, does nothing. So you dodge out of the way and just literally gaping disintegrated hole as it eats through part of the wall, and then the wall promptly reforms because Undermountain's magic AF.
Okay.
It's now his turn.
no.
Oh, good.
Oh.
He's going to look at Ducky. He's going to make an insight check.
Oh no.
That is not good. He says, he looks down, Ducky. "Do you intend to betray me, little one?"
Not really. Not Ducky style.
All right. He's going to turn to the ranger. "Well, if I can't put you into little pieces, then maybe I'll just have to turn you to my whims." He's going to invoke another spell at you, one of enchantment. He's going to cast Dominate Person.
No.
Oh boy, what am I rolling?
That's a wisdom save.
Okay, I'm not bad at these either. It would help if I rolled on the table, though.
Yeah.
Mood.
It's up to you, really. You can roll on the floor if you feel like it.
Okay, could be worse. It's a 19.
19 just fails.
Ah!
You are dominated. He casts it. You are dominated. He's cast it slightly up. So for an hour, you get another save every time you take damage. And
Okay.
you just intoning into your head telepathically, "Kill your friends."
No!
Okay.
Good old Critical Role reference. Just keep killing your friends. And that's, I think he's going to float away from the barbarian, provoking an opportunity attack.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those kill it with fire reactions.
Yeah.
Oh God, he's in my face!
It's like when you're like driving or something, and then there's a spider just comes down right in front of you, or it's like on you, and you're like,
It's gotta be like complete fear response. There's gonna be like 10 swings, but only one of them is actually gonna try to hit.
all right.
Yeah, it's only a 16.
16 actually cracks. That's his AC.
Oh wow. Wow, he's kind of squishy
Oh yeah.
for a bag of dusty bones.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even include the reckless on that. So.
Oh well. You probably hit.
And that will be 22 damage.
Whoo!
No,
D12.
D12. That is 3, 5, 2, 20 damage.
Still.
No,
That's a lot.
rage. So yes, 22.
That's so at this level, I believe rage damage bonus is 3. So 23.
Yeah, 23 damage. Okay.
So that's 72 damage, and he's going to look at you and say, burn again. He's going to cast Hellish Rebuke again, make another dex save.
To be on brand, that is another 10.
All right. But you still have resistance, because, you know.
So 15 points of damage?
Well, I have more yet. And it actually does come out to 15 again. It was 31 this time. He has a Constitution save to maintain concentration on Dominate Person. Because it is a DC 11, but that is a 16, so he maintains concentration. And one final thing before his turn ends, Ducky, as he floats away, pulling your hand, do you go with him?
I do go with him. Ducky had a plan when this started. It's getting less and less successful as we kick the crap out of him.
All right, so he floats up to the door and just lands lightly on the landing. Okay. Now it's the staff's turn. That's the staff.
Damn it.
No.
I don't like it.
Staff is a sentient item that gets its own turns.
Oh, the socio staff.
As Ducky sees and Noth and Mossy hear, the staff go, you know it's your turn, to the Lich. As it gestures the bottom end of it at the game board. It's just, later, we're busy. And the
Oh my
staff
god.
floats out of the room, points at the barbarian, and is going to invoke a Cone of Cold. Please make me a con save.
Oh fuck.
Nat 20.
Alright, so you
plus
take
3.
quarter damage, because you are also resistant to cold as a bear barbarian, because it's a really good archetype. So halved and then halved again. On the downside, though, this damage roll is legitimately amazing. So that was 56 on 8d8, half to 23, half to 11.
Ooh.
I'll take it. Okay, so 156.
All right. And the staff, after pointing at the barbarian and invoking Cone of Cold, kind of floats back, goes back vertical, and turns to the Lich. Killing invaders is always so tiresome. And then it is Ducky.
The staff when he casts the Cone of Cold?
What was that?
How far away is the staff?
Up by him, by the landing. So that is about 30 feet climb up.
Okay.
But as it is by the Lich currently, you cannot approach because you are feared.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ducky's turn.
Ducky is going to do this, but player me immediately regrets doing this. Ducky, still holding the Lich's hand, is going to have a Troy Bolton from High School Musical moment where all the spotlights go and he goes, "Stop!" It's like, listen. I'm sorry about my friend. We haven't fought many things, and he's kind of antsy, and he's very big, and he has a very big weapon, and he just wants to use it. We're not Hallister Blackcloak. We're not mean. And we're really not mean. I'm sorry about my friend hitting you because that was wrong. And I'm sorry that you can't play chess with your staff because I'm sure that was a very intense match you were having. And we're sorry to interrupt, but we are not Hallister's minions. No.
Well, I was 3 turns away from checkmate, and the staff turns and goes, "Excuse me."
You both
Bishop,
are doing...
He's like, bishop to e3, knight to b7, rook to e9. Checkmate. And he goes, the staff thinks for a moment, goes, "Damn it."
Well, that is... Excuse me for one moment. Ducky whips out a fan and just goes, "Whew, intelligence." Whew. But Ducky's gonna point his shield in the direction of North. He's like, he's very big. He's also my friend, and Ducky will never betray friends, but Ducky doesn't want to hurt his new friend, which is you. So please, can we just talk about this and just have a conversation? We're very sorry, and Ducky just wants to help.
Are you being honest?
100%.
Okay, make me a persuasion check.
Ducky does not have it in him to lie. Okay, 25. I put a lot in persuasion.
So far, this lich has rolled a nat 1 and a nat 2 on insight. Let's see how it does today. That's a nat 4.
Oh my god!
He's going to breathe heavily. Reach his other hand out. Grab the staff. And turn to you and say, "The hairy one killed my friend. He must pay."
Can he pay you in washing dishes or installments? Because I don't think he deals with a lot of money. Do you need like a new carpet? Because he could probably make you a carpet from his shedding. Or I could pay you. I'll pay you for what the damage was.
I mean, I guess I can just resummon him. It's not that big of a problem.
Oh no, hang on. And Ducky is going to search in his bag, and he's going to bring out some flowers that he collected earlier on the way here, and he goes, "Here you go."
He takes the flowers and he smiles, and he's kind of confused. He nods though, and it is unless you want to do anything else on your turn. Now the boar's turn.
I'm going to yell outwards, "Nobody attack!" And
Twill, you actually can hear this from Ducky, deep from faintly.
Can I cast any spell at all?
Yeah. I mean,
can oh god, I'm looking for something. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna position myself so if the boar comes at the lich, Ducky's in front of him with a shield.
The boar can't fly.
Okay, well then Ducky's gonna position himself anyway, just in case the North still tries anything. He's like, okay,
Sure.
I'm in position.
You put yourself between Noth and the lich. The boar. Well, Mossy, what do you think the boar would do?
Oh gosh, I think first off, let me double check that it's friendly. I think it is.
It's friendly and it listens to your commands.
It's friendly to me and my companions. Oh, and it acts on my turn, which I've just discovered.
Oh, well, I gave it initiative. Well, okay, it's at the bottom, you're at the top, so it's like the same thing anyway.
Oh, sure. I have been commanded to kill my friends.
This is true.
But I also just heard Ducky shout to not fight, and I feel like the former overrules the latter, unfortunately.
Actually, I think as you go back to like draw your bow or whatever you're going to do, you'll hear a mental command that says hold.
Okay, in that case, yeah, both Mossy and the boar, I think we'll just hold.
So the boar goes over to your side and just hangs out, looking all regal.
I give it some like scratches between the ears, and that's it.
Sure. To Will, as we continue the roguish shenanigans of looting the Lich's home. I'm guessing.
So there's still another door, right? Or another like set of stairs or whatever.
There's another floor or two.
Oh God. Okay. So, so hearing Ducky's voice from outside of the stalactite, I'm like, okay, something's going down. I need to like I've explored as much as I can. There doesn't seem to really be anything right now. I need to go back out there and support my friends. They're fighting a freaking lich, for crying out loud.
Sure, that makes some sense.
So I'm just going to, let's see. How many turns do you think it would take me to get back outside?
Probably if you're just booking it, not trying to be stealthy, not searching anything, probably just a good dash.
Okay. So I do have the Boots of Elvenkind, which means that my my footfalls are silent, so I don't even have to try to be stealthy.
Hey, nifty.
And I can take a bonus action to dash. So I run, and then I take my bonus action to dash.
And that'll get you to the point where you can see the Lich standing on the outcropping landing with a staff in one hand and his hand holding flowers in the other, and Ducky standing in front of the Lich with his shield bared roughly downward.
Oh God. Okay. Oh Jesus Christ! I hate this. I haven't mentioned I hate D&D.
The Lich doesn't have noticed you yet.
Oh God. I can see Ducky. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna like push myself up against like you said there's like a bookshelf or something. So I'm just gonna try and cram myself like into the corner of where the bookshelf and the wall are.
Sure.
And then as long as I can maintain like sight on Ducky, I'm gonna use my little telepathic ability. And say to Ducky, if everything is okay, just put a thumbs up into the air. If everything isn't okay, say Tuesday. And then I just wait.
Can I telepathically communicate back, or am I just like?
It's one way.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like, okay, God.
It is Tawil's voice. Oh, it would be in Tawil's voice.
And also, but Ducky is very, and Lyra is his god, and Ducky is very, very simple boy.
Sometimes the deities present themselves to us in forms that are familiar to us. Maybe he chose Tawil's voice because it would be comforting.
Tawil's just like, shit.
God reaching down.
God is
Ducky.
watching us.
I am Lord. If you are okay, give me a thumbs up.
Okay, Lord. You just see a tiny hand just go thumbs up.
Okay, Tawil's just like, all right. Doesn't matter as long as she gets the signals. That's her turn.
Oh, nah. Raging Barbarian. What do you do?
I'm frightened, and this comes at the end of the turn to break it, right?
Yep. You could make a ranged attack of some sort, throw something.
I do have a non-magical battle axe that I had before getting my magical one. two-handed weapon, not really well balanced for throwing, but it has seen some wear before, and if I lose it, I'm not terribly worried about it. There are a mad few stumps out there that have seen the worst side of this axe. So I will lob up my my old two-handed axe towards this lich.
All right.
Towards the staff.
Ooh. Okay. Sure.
I'm
Looks
going
at
to make kindling.
Yes. This works. This is a thing you can do. The staff has an AC. All right. So I'm going to treat this as basically they're going to give is it battle axe or great axe?
It is a great axe.
Okay, so I'm going to basically give the great axe the thrown property, but at the cost of your proficiency bonus. So you won't get your proficiency bonus, but I'm going to let you chuck it.
I'm going to have advantage for the reckless, right?
Yeah, because it's still a strength attack, so you can still apply reckless because it is as a thrown weapon. It uses whatever melee stat when you throw it.
Okay, so
reckless
advantage, but it won't be at plus 10. It will be at plus just by strength, so plus 3.
Oh yeah, because it's also not your +2 one.
Yep. So it'll be just a plus 3.
Okay, try to hit the staff.
Let's see, that would be a 14 and a natural 20. With Weapon Master.
Oh, that brutal critical and shit. My God.
Yes, brutal critical plus Weapon Master. So I'll get I don't know. I guess I'm not going to get a bonus attack because.
I mean, you can chuck your magic axe too, I guess, if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
All right. So fun fact: the staff it doesn't really have a stat block, but it has like a block of text which describes it how it works. Says if it receives a critical hit, it shatters. So you chuck this big axe sidelong at the thing. This staff has a name, man.
A few more.
Strikes into the side of the staff, and it just shatters in his hand. Cortail?
Checkmate.
Ha!
You turn Stucky and says, "I'm sorry, friend."
No, I totally get it. I was very attached to that staff too.
It has a name.
I shouted it off. It has a name.
Okay, this lich cannot roll anything related to Ducky well because I just decided that the emotional trauma would make him make a concentration check, and you're a natural 1. So you are no longer dominate person.
I also need to roll a resist on the frightened.
Yes, you get a wisdom save against that.
Be a 15 plus 2, 17.
That is exactly the DC. You are no longer afraid. Because his like debuff DC is a little lower than his spell DC. Because they're nice.
You should be afraid.
Yeah.
Just killed his staff life mate.
Yeah, just. All right. Well, the worst thing to possibly happen has happened, because now the runestone, which you're hanging right by Noth, is going to turn a deep orangish fiery red, like the Eye of Sauron. And Hallister's voice booms out, "It's playtime!" He's going to invoke a spell at the big-ass mammoth person hanging basically on it. Going to cast Scorching Ray at you through the runestone. And you reckless attacked, so he's going to have advantage. What is your AC?
Can't actually have advantage against me. All attacks are at disadvantage.
From
because I have
like a cloak of displacement?
No. It's actually one of the. I clicked through here. Hold on.
It's okay.
It's one of the barbarian abilities, And Path of the Totem there. It's like the 14th level ability or the 10th level ability.
The 10th level lets you ritual cast Commune of Nature, so it's got to be 14. I admit I have not played with high level barbarians often enough to remember what the 14th level feature on the totem path does.
I literally just went and read it. It's Totemic Attunement. When you're raging, any creature within 5 feet of you that is hostile to you has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you or another creature with this feature. An enemy is immune to this effect if they can't see or hear you or if they can't be frightened. Okay, so if it's anybody but me, my mistake.
It helps you. It helps you tank.
Yep.
All right. It's gonna Scorching Ray you a few times. So what is your AC?
15.
All right. So hit number 1, hit number 2, hit number 3, crit number 4, and so it's gonna get 10d6 fire damage, which is all going to be halved because Bear Totem Barbarians are really good, guys.
So do I get half for raging and half for the all resistance types?
So normally Rage only does bludgeoning, slashing, piercing.
Okay.
Bear extends it to everything but psychic.
Love it. 10d6?
Yeah. 42 halved to 21 fire damage.
Ooh,
I'm gonna sizzle, and it's gonna go along well with my rage. Now I'm smoking and angry.
Oh
Okay.
God, I cannot believe you just chucked an axe and crit the staff.
Dear God.
I had no idea it was gonna shatter on a crit. I was totally hoping I was gonna kill that staff. I mean, it could have colded me.
It did.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is fair
Okay.
enough.
So, how the Runestone is Eye of Sauroning and decided to blast Noth. It is now Razat's turn. I wonder what he's gonna do. Let's it's going to turn to Ducky again and say, "This is a problem."
It really
Alice.
does seem like it.
Hallister has arrived. We must retire into my abode, and he's going to turn around and try to pull you into the his dwelling. Will you go with him?
I'm still gonna hold on to his hand. I'm gonna say, wait, hold on a sec.
What?
That rune thing is bad, right? And the rune is.
That's a complicated question to answer, honestly.
But you don't like Hallister Blackcloak, and we don't like Hallister Blackcloak. You know
I'm
how
not believing that, given that you keep destroying my friends. Well, your friends. They
that
seem
is
kind of black cloaky.
that is an unfortunate side effect of Noth has a long history of terrible misfortune and bad luck, and his judgment is he was terribly injured before we came here, and it has clouded his judgment. He doesn't see you; he only sees an enemy. But if he gets to know you like I have, he will see that you are friend. He's also been drinking.
It's probably
So everything is sort of woo with him at the moment. So please, if we're going, please, can I at least knock him out or put him to sleep and he come with us? Please, friend. Or help.
when the Runestone activates like this, Hallister is able to sling all of his spell power through the Runestone. So we really need to clear the area.
Okay, we clear the area and we clear it quickly, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Operation Save our drunk friend is a go.
He looks at the door in like all the embossed runic symbols and the skull with the black sapphires in it, and then above it, inscribed above it in common says "Go away." And he sighs to himself. All right, and he's going to invoke a spell and cast Wall of Force encompassing around the runestone.
Can I just say, in just a very small insert, that you are awesome.
Just get your friend to calm down. He's going to let go of your hand and walk through the door.
Ducky is going to whip out the fan again. Whew.
And he's gonna make a perception check to see if he notices Will. What did you get on stealth again?
I did not take the hide action because I
Right.
used my boop boop.
But you had hidden in previous turns, and there's nothing that you did that would have disrupted that hide.
Oh shit! I don't remember what I got. It was.
If you don't remember, why don't you scroll again?
18.
I was gonna say I thought it was either 18 or higher.
Okay, so he's gonna roll a perception check. But that's a 28.
Motherfucker!
So you step in the door, and head kind of his gaze kind of lingers on Ducky for a moment, and he turns right to you, and then his body turns to follow. Just don't do anything stupid, okay?
Okay. I have a very low intelligence, so who knows?
He like gestures generally to Will, but decides not to correct Ducky.
Like,
Okay, I'll be right back.
Sighs again. He looks at the chair. You can tell in his head he's like thinking of sitting down. He gestures his hand and finishes the chess game really quick. And that's his turn.
aww.
Well, I can take the staff off the initiative order.
Whoopsie.
I love how upset Nat is about this stuff.
Here's the thing. I'm not actually upset. I'm really entertained. But Zat is totally broken up about it.
Aw. Why do I feel bad for a lich? Damn you!
Kind of nice lit.
He's got a fairy dragon for a companion. He can't be an evil lich, right?
Son of a.
Maybe neutral evil.
All right.
Truly evil.
It is Ducky's turn.
Okay. Ducky is going to use their boots of flying and
Click together.
Click. There's no best friend like Noth. There's no best friend like Noth. There's no drunk best friend like Noth. Okay.
and it's gonna go down, flick down to Noth and go,
Listen, friend. Is it okay if I touch your face?
Just not in the tusks.
Ducky takes pains to avoid the tusks and goes,
Listen, friend. We're gonna get out of here and we're gonna be safe and there's probably going to be some tea. But you have to not hit things. Just once. There'll be plenty of times to hit things outside of this. But if you can hold off on hitting things for about 10 minutes, then we all don't die.
I keep saying there'll be more chances to hit things later, but they're running out.
Ducky promises squishies that never come.
Ducky will take you on an adventure themselves to get you the squishies to squish that you desire if you just promise to go up and not hit anything for 5 minutes.
Ducky, you know you're the friend that's the reason I drink.
Ducky is at peace with this. Ducky also has more brandy.
I'm still staying mad.
That's okay. Just please climb up and go through the door.
I'll climb up the pillar.
All right.
Make sure I give a few good kicks to that ball of force behind me on the way. Jostle from Hallister brain around. My sizzling.
All right. So next it is Mossy and Borlife.
Okay. How high up is the door?
If you climb up the stalagmite, the jump between the two is about 15 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just do that instead of burning another spell slot.
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna do that instead of burning, and I was like, what?
Oh, no.
All right, so you go
I'll
up.
just climb up.
Yeah, run up. You jump, grab on the edge of the wall of force, and begin to climb from there. And assuming no other fuckery, you all should be able to clear out with the runestone blasting off like a fireball within its little encasement that fills the air with fire.
Yeah.
And how that's not cool, is that? That's like cheating.
Oh, I am going to bring my boar with me because I feel bad that I took one friend from this guy and I want to try and make it up to him.
Oh.
Sure. How exactly are you getting the boar up?
No, it's a giant boar, isn't it? I would have to burn a spell slot to do that.
It's
So
like medium sized. It doesn't just like go on your shoulder.
a very large boar. Oh, but Mossy does feel really bad, so I think he's just gonna Misty Step up with the boar.
That's adorable.
There we go.
All right, so we're gonna drop out of rounds unless someone is planning on being brash.
Why is everyone looking at me?
So we can be actually, this would be a great time to take a quick break. So we'll be back in 5, 10-ish. Oh God, this is definitely not going the way I expected it to.
To kick those shards of the staff off the edge of the ledge there as I get up to the top. Maybe bygones be bygones.
It just becomes non-magical ice and they just melt.
Oh.
Oh no.
All right, we'll see you guys in 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. Hi. How's it going?
That we weren't muted.
Hey. Nope, you're ready like about a second after I transition us.
Excellent. So, we are back after a brief break. We have somehow killed all of the Lich's friends and then become his new friends? Question mark?
Out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Something like that. With his staff and his familiar. See, that's a bit of an introvert. He makes his own friends.
Oh
Um,
god.
Who's going into the new staff?
Ducky.
Yeah, I was gonna say
My layers.
on a terrorist
have many alchemical wonders to show you.
So, we kind of beat up this Lich a little bit. But then
How does the Lich look?
he's taken 72 damage. He's probably he's not great.
And then
Not
these
on the edge of death.
Oh, okay. Ducky has a plan.
Okay.
In general, I seem to enjoy Ducky's plans, so I'm excited.
always says.
Just like, soon there will be squishies, don't worry. Not now, but later.
I need
Duck's
to check.
looking pretty squishy from here. Clank, clank, clank.
Check
clank.
a bell really quick.
Ducky's
Okay.
100% going to cure wounds this lich.
Oh my lord, have mercy.
Oh,
All right. So, is that looks at you all as we've convened in his foyer, if I want to be proper about it. He sits down on his armchair, gestures as the chessboard resets itself. So, you hate Hallister, I hate Hallister, and you hear in the background of Hallister's voice, well, if you're just going to pen me in with the wall of force, disintegrate! As you hear the wall of force fail to this
Oof.
potent magic. What exactly is your intentions with this one, Hallister? Brave adventurers. He looks at you with just a little bit of disdain.
Well, we were supposed to pick that thing up, but now I get the feeling that would probably hurt. So I don't really know what to do. Also, I'm
Runestone?
sorry about your dragon.
Ipsy's.
Would you like a pig?
Looks at the boar you brought. Goes, no.
Okay, I'll just keep him.
no, that's one plan. Smash.
It's
Grab. Happily ever after.
Perfect.
Delightful. It's okay about Ipsy's. It's been a couple decades since I've had to resummon him, and every time it seems he's a little different, but
Oh.
should be okay.
Ducky's gonna wander forward and just go,
Sure.
Ducky knows you are a powerful lich, so does not mean to intrude on your space. But
they're gonna reach their arm out and just pat the top of the lich's hand and cast Cure Wounds.
Well,
Oh, God, Jesus.
Okay, you cast Cure Wounds. As an undead creature, Cure Wounds says it does not heal undead or constructs, so
Damn it.
the spell fails.
Listen, Ducky made an effort.
Does it hurt the
but-
Lich?
No, it does not hurt the Lich.
okay.
That is
Ooh,
not
Positive
something to
negative
run
energy.
forward. Back in old editions, like Pathfinder 3.5, absolutely.
Mm.
Oh, that was okay. This is good. So,
But
Ducky.
he does recognize the spell you're casting, and he that kind of restorative attempt will not work upon me. But I appreciate the thoughtfulness.
Ducky is sorry that friends hit you with big things. It was most unintentional.
Sure.
Ducky
Yeah.
also forgot the reason that we came here. So Ducky is going to refer to Will, who Ducky trusts far more to translate what we're doing here.
Yeah, I walk out from the spot where I already know I've been seen.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Twill.
And I'm Azat. What are the rest of your names? I know Duckies.
I'm Mossy.
And he just shifts his gaze with disdain at Noth.
I'm Twill.
No,
Twins.
his name is Noth. Noth, your name is Noth. I know you didn't forget that. Great attempt at humor, but maybe pick a different venue.
You shouldn't tell jokes this way. You're going to confuse me, and we're all going to be fighting again.
Yeah. Anyways, so is that
Who's that?
So that's you. I see you've been knocked around the head a couple times. That's understandable.
He actually gestures at the gash in his forehead from Noth's axe. Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, so as you can imagine, when one meets someone like yourself, whose body has been thrown into a state of decay because of their unquenching thirst for power and knowledge, that those of us who still look like this might not quite know what to make of you. So are you evil or are you not? I'd really like us to establish that as the foundation for what appears to be a relationship that we are creating.
I oppose Hallister in every way. I'm here attempting to wrest control of Undermountain from him.
Okay. So
that is my alignment in this scenario.
So, okay, great. So our thing that we're doing here, and Twill looks at Mossy and Ducky and Noth like, this is what we're doing, children, is we're here to retrieve a runestone.
Oh yeah.
The collective from all the other 4 people in the room.
Oh.
Smash, grab, happily ever after.
Exactly as Noth said, yes.
He gestures to Noth. That is roughly what Twill alluded to.
Mm-hmm. So, we've been asked by some wonderful people in Waterdeep to retrieve this item for them and bring it back. What do you say to that?
Well, admittedly, I'm a little reticent to acquiesce to your request, given that I harness the power of the Runestone to protect myself from many of Hallister's unabated assaults. I could, alternatively, offer you my knowledge against Hallister that you can take farther and deeper into this mountain and try to oppose him more directly.
Well, so I love that knowledge share offer. That's great. But we're not really looking to go deeper. We're looking to go shallower and go back up to where the sun still shines. At least I am. And Twill looks at Noth and Ducky and Mossy again.
Mossy's like, yeah, I guess.
That's all right.
The sunlight burns Ducky, so Ducky is
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry, Ducky. Sometimes that slips my.
I see 2 problems here.
Uh,
1, no squishies.
yeah.
2,
Is that knocks on his like wrist bone?
Oh God, gross.
2, I don't want the rune.
What? That's what we're here for now.
Well, yeah, we'll get the rune. That's awesome. And that's not gonna get my family out of debt. It's not gonna set me up on a new ship.
Where did you acquire this backstory? Twill says, not really.
Pirate bard. Questing for love.
If there's money you require, I might have a lead. Actually, this might solve both of our problems. And he thinks a moment. In this cavern, deeper into the recesses, is a mummy lord. His
This
crypt.
guy again, right? Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
We met dwarves with that.
Yeah, they were telling us about that.
There's the Dvergar mummy lord. His domain has been untouched by Hallister because it is protected by ancient wards. I wouldn't need the runestone if that area was procured.
What do you mean by procured?
Cleared out.
Purchased in blood.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good metaphor.
So you want to move all that you've set up here into the mummy's tomb?
Yeah.
Will you
I
set
mean,
up?
it solve that problem, at least. You kill a mummy lord for me, you keep his treasure. I have no need for worldly wealth. And in fact, just to piss off Hallister, I might have one other of his prizes I could direct you towards.
Keep talking.
He keeps a creature. It's a snail. It's a huge snail.
It's a
Size of-
flail snail! Ah!
No, actually,
Oh,
it is
damn
just
it.
a gargantuan snail whose shell that it grows, because magic, is made of solid gold.
Ooh.
What? Oh, okay.
Just think of all the stew you could make with so much snail.
I could live in an eternally growing golden house.
You could also sell it for tens of thousands of gold.
Now that assumes that we know how the hell to even get it topside.
We have a very big person.
Yeah,
They
that's
carry it on their back. We have
I mean,
two very big people.
I believe it eats mushrooms. You could probably coax it.
What now?
What was that?
Sorry, I blacked out for a second. You can go on now. And Mossy is doing his very best to remain casual, like leaning up against something he clearly should not be leaning against. Like
Like the
everything.
bookshelf as it kind of wobbles a little bit.
Yeah.
Twill's gonna put a hand on his shoulder and just like,
So-
pat reassuringly.
You return what you stole from me. Looks at Twill, and kill a mummy lord. And you can keep his possessions, and I'll direct you to one of Hallister's most prized snails.
But we need that runestone.
And you can take the runestone.
How do we take the runestone?
When my phylactery is removed from this stalactite, the magic that connects it to the runestone, which holds it in place with the very same magic that holds the walls of Undermountain together, should fail, and you should be able to pry it out like a common gem.
Would I know what a phylactery is?
Yeah, definitely. You're level 16 adventurers.
Okay. Wait, where's your phylactery?
Funny.
Picks up a random item off the shelf. Is this it? Shatters it on the floor.
No, that's just my grandmother's.
Your grandmother's a lich?
No, but that was an heirloom from her. She collected snow globes.
No globe. Could have been a phylactery. That's perfect.
Oh.
I don't mean to derail things, but I'm just going to backtrack for a second. And you were saying something about mushrooms, and I'm very interested.
That's what the snail eats. If you want to try to coax it through the dungeon back to get topside to sell it or whatever, you'd probably want to lead it a snail or some mushrooms or maybe some grass. Mushrooms are what grow down here that it eats.
Well, what kind of mushrooms are we talking about? Like hen of the woods, button, portobello, morel?
There's a colony of
Black
myconid
Oh, I
Uh,
haven't tried that.
off in another area, actually right by the mummy's tomb. They have all types. My plan was just to pay them a visit. They kind of worship me as a god, and just ask for an offering of mushrooms. Whatever they
I'm
offer.
very interested in checking out this tomb now, everyone, just so you know.
I'm gonna turn to Twill and be like,
To Will, obviously Ducky goes with friends when friends decide, but Ducky does not have much of brains. But it does sound like it's a good idea.
Yeah, ultimately, we have to stay focused on our goal is to retrieve the runestone. If we bring the runestone back to Laurel's silver hand and the black staff, surely we will retrieve monetary compensation, which should be able to help you and your family out north.
Or you could just kill the lich. Up to you guys.
Too many steps. Too many steps. Loot. Village. Prosper.
All good peas.
one is clearly not a pea, and Ducky just does not know this.
So here's the thing, is that as ultimately getting you a new hidey hole is probably more advantageous to you than it is for us. So why don't you let me take at least one of these potions, and I pull out the bowl of like...
You can keep both the potions. I want the shards of runestone back.
That's fine. And I pull it out, and does Mage Hand cost me a spell slot? I don't know. Oh, right, you're right. Okay. Yeah, and I just Mage Hand it over to him, because I'm not gonna step any closer than I need to.
Takes out his a little tiny like belt pouch and just puts all of the like 30 shards of runestone into it. Very much not even getting larger as he puts them all in.
Noth would like to make an insight check to see if we just got screwed.
Yeah.
Not that it'll be successful.
You can make an insight check, sure.
Yep, on brand. That is a 4.
The lich seems fairly agreeable. In your experience, when evil things are agreeable to scenarios, it's because they're getting something out of it. And I mean, it could be like that whole you both oppose Hallister because Waterdeep opposes Hallister and he does too, or it could be that he's sending you off to die to a mummy lord. You're not sure. It's probably one of them.
Clearly not the second one.
No, definitely not. No, why would he?
Let's go slay a mummy lord, get a snail, and get a root, and get out of here.
As out of game content comment, whatever you do, you should probably do it quickly because we have an hour and 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before they head out, Twill wants to know what the potions are.
It's a potion of two potions of resistance. One is forest, the other is lightning.
Okay.
Before we head out as well, like as everyone's leaving the door, like Ducky's just gonna pop his head back in and say,
Ducky, just wanted to know whether, after all this is done and we get you a new hidey hole, whether Ducky could visit.
Oh, I always thought you'd be staying here.
Ducky would also like that, too.
He smiles. Now don't die.
Ducky promises to try.
and then walks off. Oh, this is so nice!
Mossy was just standing there for that, not really sure what to do with this.
Oh,
Mossy's just like, I don't know what to do with this information.
You can die if you really want to. It's up to you. Your decision.
Oh, I was just going to ask if you wanted to come with us, because friends are fun.
Absolutely not. I have to
Okay,
make a new...
all right, I'll see you later then. And I just pick up my boar and leave.
As you take your boar out, he begins invoking the magics to summon a new familiar.
You said it was lightning and what, Nat? Sorry.
And force.
Yeah, so as we all head out, Twill's gonna be the last one to head out, and she's gonna, like, wait for everyone to, like, not be in earshot, or at least whisper. She's gonna poke her head through the door and look pointedly at Izat and say, if you fuck us over, I will kill you. And then she's gonna leave.
Telepathically?
No, out loud. But,
okay.
but making, like, she's gonna, like, whisper it under her breath so that the rest of the group can't hear.
She just got like her hands with Mage hand over everyone's ears, like,
Have you
"Fuck
seen
us
his
over, I will
ears?
kill you."
And Knott's ears are pretty big. His earshot's quite a range.
I can hear a mouse fart on level 1. And Eloxodon never forgets.
Um, as you say this and turn around, he just he's like almost like harumphs at you
Yeah.
as he's going through his spell book trying to find the lowly conjure familiar, summon familiar spell. Nope.
All right. Who?
All the way back in his acolytes notes.
Yeah.
It's on spiral bound note paper with blue lines.
What is it? Oh, never mind. Okay. How long does a potion of resistance last?
I believe it's 1 hour, and that's what we're gonna go with for today.
Okay, great. Twill's gonna keep the force one, and give lightning to, Mossy.
Well, thanks.
And then let's get the fuck over. Let's go.
That smells kind of like mushroom, Mossy. Not that they have much of a smell, but
It's there.
Twill, should I wait or do I just take it now?
Let's take it now and let's go. We don't have a lot of
Okay,
time.
thanks.
Unless we're gonna rest like in game. I don't know. Are we gonna rest in game before we do this? Like a long rest or something?
75% health.
you could do a short rest. That'd be fairly applicable.
Oh, can we do a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay, because then I can get spell slot.
Yeah. Short rest has happened.
Okay.
Rest.
So you can spend hit dice, you get back any abilities that come back in a short rest, such as Warlock spell slots.
All right.
That's about it in this party.
Yeah, and then Corey or Noth gets some health back, and then wait, did
Hit dice
Mossy
are-
take? Did Mossy take any damage?
No, but I spent a couple of racial abilities, so they come back as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's neat.
Let's
Although
go.
notably, I just remembered because we forgot about this. Noth still has that Elder Rune that makes him immune to a bunch of things, including frightened.
Oh.
Oh, whoops.
He can't regain hit points. But given that we forgot the benefit of it, we're also going to forget the detriment. So it's okay. You can regain hit points now.
I totally forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah, me too. Until like a second ago.
Yeah.
Out of like that player chat, I totally forgot Noth took damage. Otherwise, I would have used Cure Wounds on him too. I just completely forgot.
You're also a paladin. You have lay on hands.
Oh, I have lay on hands. Would you like some help?
Well, I mean, let's see. I have a total of 16 D12 plus 3.
Okay.
Gonna be okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be fine.
recovery.
You get the con mod at every hit die, by the way, not just once.
So yeah, okay, yeah.
I
I'll burn 5 of them and get back up to health, the full health.
Okay. So, you head back because you kind of know the direction the mummy's lair is in, actually. And actually, its name was mentioned to you. It's a mummy named Gorka, mummy lord, I should say. Okay. And you head back past the big stone cloak golem of all the different golems built together, which is still smashing something in the corner. So you go by it, and you head into a room with a bunch of stalagmites and stalactites that make a big toothy maw as you walk in. Stylistically, not literally. They're staggered. And
Okay,
Mwahaha.
cartoons. I'm sorry.
proud of you, Corey.
I'm proud of you.
I'm just gonna grab my potion, look at Twill, and go, bottoms up.
Let's do it.
Uncork it. Glug, glug, glug.
Mm.
Okay.
Citrusy.
Aww.
This one tastes kind of metallic. Huh, I don't know.
Oh.
Both of them are Lich's blood. Welcome.
I'm also gonna have detect magic going, especially as we actually approach the tomb since the dude said it was warded and stuff.
Yeah. So as you walk into this large toothy maw, you notice two things. First, there is a very rank smell that pervades the area, like something is rotting.
Yeah, that would be a mummy.
Time like
Um,
not.
and it's tied trunk. Oh god, the Loxodon has to hate that. Actually, you with your particularly good sniffer probably can tell that the smell is coming from your guys' backpacks.
Uh-oh.
What did we take?
What did we steal?
And the second thing you notice is that there's behind one of the stalagmites is a bloop 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 of Dvergar, the ones you saw before. Hello, back to
Hello.
the Mummy Lord to reclaim the treasure of our lost ancestors.
Yeah.
Something like that, yes.
Yeah, totally.
Squishies!
No, no.
No, wrong squishies. Wait for the one that's wrapped up in paper. In cloth.
Is
No,
going to smack them.
no.
No, his eyes are all pink, but he's not charging.
All right. So, wow, something really stinks in here, doesn't it?
Yeah, what's with that?
Check your backpack.
Yeah. So you open your backpacks, and all the food you have is rotting and it's molding.
Why? What happened?
As well, one of the Dvergar speak up. Well, I say it's one of the regional effects of a mummy lord. Sometimes they make all food, non-magical drinks and stuff just go completely horrible. So we
This is
left all
like-
ours in the other room.
What a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Try not to starve.
All right, let's take care of business.
You lots of squishies to eat.
Also, I heard something about mushrooms. But we can do that later.
So you guys gonna help us?
Yeah.
Something
Cool.
like that, yes.
Come on. And then they start going. They start moseying. So, you get to a floor of packed earth in a 10-foot high cave. No, you don't. Never mind. My bad. So you go through the room with all of the stalagmites in kind of a teeth formation, and they take a sharp right. And one says, "Okay. Also, also, you should be really careful because there's all these mummies and shit, and if you cast any spells, they might wake them all up because we're really us Dvergar are kind of vengeful with our graves. We like to put in all these traps and stuff, and that's what we always read about Gorka. We're a little afraid right now, so just be close.
Are they magic traps?
Magic traps.
All right. Stand behind me, and then
Okay.
Tuel's gonna lead the way and start looking for traps as they move through the area.
Okay. How are you looking for traps?
She's going to. Well, once she's got detect magic going to help her look for anything that's like magically
So you're going-
enchanted.
Invoke detect magic.
Yeah, detect magic's always going. And
Roll me a
then,
percentile die, please.
what the f? And then she's also just gonna look in the normal way that she does for traps usually, like looking
Sure.
for How do you roll? Oh, here's a percentile. Okay, so how do you do this? I don't roll percentile very often.
Well, it's easy to look for traps. You just push one of the dragger first. The one you push forward, the one with the limping knee.
Oh no!
No, see, Noth, you're really great at hitting the squishies, which our Dwargar friends are not.
Shove him, and he falls over into the dusty ground. And curses at you in Dwarvish, in Dapic.
Bad Noth!
Oh,
Bad Noth.
not search for traps.
Alright, tell me how to roll this percentile die.
Okay, so you roll both of them, and one of them has 2 digits, one was 1 digit. So the 2-digit one is your 10's place, the other one is your 1's place. But if you roll 0, 0, 0, that's 100.
Okay, so I rolled a 26, I think.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay, great. Wait, what do you mean nothing happens? What?
Well, your spell goes off. Nothing extra happens.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
Nothing horrible happens.
Okay. Yeah, so I have that, and then I'm also looking for, like, areas for, like, arrows to come flying out of the wall secretly, or for,
Yeah.
like, something to come out of the ceiling and squish people, or, like, a trip
Sure.
wire, a trigger plate, so on and so forth.
I'll help you with that.
Yeah, y'all can make your perception or investigation. I generally allow either for finding traps. And I'll keep your detect magic in mind, Twill.
Okay.
13.
Sure.
15.
Decent.
I'm currently investigating my modifiers.
28.
Whoo!
Wow.
That'd be a 9.
I'm fine. I'm seeing the rogue in you.
Yeah. There's a reason.
So, you are able to ascertain that this unworked stone area seems to be free of traps, you kind of travel deeper in and you find there's an outline on the wall that's worked into the stone, has a faint illusion magic,
Oh,
like a secret door.
yeah. I'm gonna take, like, a loose rock, and check it at the...
As it bonks into the door, it makes almost like almost like it hits like a stone drum, and as it bonks in, the illusion fades, and you can see gilded golden stones and bricks worked around in a beautiful mosaic door, depicting a gray dwarf within um, crazy gaudy regalia in gold and rubies and emeralds, holding a staff, and kind of the whole mosaic kind of swirls in on his staff, everything diving around it. There isn't an obvious isn't an obvious like handle or opening, but this is clearly a door. You're thinking you might have to engage with the mosaic in some method to open it.
It's not glowing magically or anything?
Oh yeah, it is magic. There is necromancy and transmutation and evocation.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
I would like to ask the Dwagger how to open this door.
They all look at each other, and they kind of start to form a line of like they like do like nose goes with each other, and then like the last one is the one with the shot knee. He's like, and he like shoves one of the other ones forward towards the door, and it's like we don't know.
Have you tried booping its nose? I found a lot can be solved with a good boop.
Aww.
Why don't we try that? Or maybe the staff. It's like important.
We could boop the staff.
Yeah.
Mothers is smart enough to realize he should be doing an inside check and find it.
Uh,
All right. Thanks. And walks up to the door to look at the dwarf very closely. And
Hi.
boop.
I love
On the mosaic nose.
Yes.
Okay. It's stone.
Rude.
well, that's what I got.
Grab the dwarf by the scruff of the neck. You try.
He reaches up like towards the head of the staff and boops, and he's like pushes a little bit, and it something sinks in.
Thanks.
I don't know if that was good or bad. As the door begins to rumble and raise, there is another rumbling from behind you, deep,
Mm.
and you hear a multi-toned of a small undead horde, but they're not currently upon you.
Oh,
You
lovely.
Delve deeper. In front of you, you see a grand hall of what seems to be like golden mixed sandstone bricks that go out, at the end of which is a stone altar which the altar centers around a stalagmite and a stalactite, kind of like a Zat's layer, actually, that go together, and there's just right between them, between those 2 points, is a large black ruby. Balance
We
between.
got some dwarves between us and that horde back there.
Yeah, Tawill's gonna look at the Dwargar and say, "All right, we're gonna do this. So I want you to fight the undead horde. Ducky, keep your eye on these buddies because you've got all that magic holy shit, and I hear that undead don't like it. Dwargar, Ducky's got your back. So
Undead horde.
So brave up and show us what you're made of. Show us what your ancestors are made of, and we'll go inside and take care of Gorka. You got it?"
Make me. Okay, so are you lying to them? Are you trying to trick them?
No, Twilla's being sincere as can be.
So make me either an intimidate or a persuasion check. Your choice. Both seem
Which, well, who do I have the highest in? Because believe it or not, even though I am a warlock, she's not super charismatic.
Noth could definitely help if you choose to intimidate them.
That's the way I'm going. I'm just gonna heft the axe.
Well, was it persuasion or intimidation?
Yeah.
Tuel's not trying to intimidate them.
Okay.
Ducky
Noth
can
might
help
be.
persuasion with
Yeah, I think.
walking down the line
Listen up, men. Today we find out what we're made of. Today we fight for our land because they can take our land, but they can never take our freedom.
Mm-hmm. And that'll
Kinda
be a
funny
14.
because you're the only person standing around here who is shorter than them all.
And I'm walking up and down the line as I do this.
Like, what are you dwarves, or are you
Gnomes.
smaller dwarves?
They heft their war picks and their crossbows. The one that got shot in the knee earlier rubs his knee and grits his teeth. We can do this! We can do this! And they
Yes,
all
you
run
can.
off in the direction of the ah-ing with a ah!
Alright, well, I hope that they stay alive.
Ducky will follow them because Ducky has been given their orders.
Oh, wait, I thought. Shit. Damn it. Don't go too far.
It's like, don't
So,
worry, we're
So
fine.
all the Dvergar go off, and Ducky, you're about to turn to follow them, and you see that stalagmite, the bottom one, inside the room behind the altar. It splits open,
Oh.
and striding out is a gaudy AF mummy, gray dwarf, who seems to have stone-shaped his way out of the stalagmite.
Tuella's, how you doing?
Reaches back behind the stalagmite, grabs the staff you saw depicted. It's got kind of a blue and white bird head on it, and he strikes it on the ground and says, "Who has dared to disturb my slumber?"
Right. So
And on
squishy. Let's go.
On that, 6 more spots open up from stone shape, and 6 mummies stride out. Please roll for initiative.
Can I have hid while I was just hiding?
You can
What
hit.
happened?
You can have hid.
Whew, okay, I did that.
Yikes.
Ducky's just gonna go,
Twill, I know you said hide, but Ducky thinks Ducky may stay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a 19
Tuel
on-
would give you the hand signal.
I believe you still have a boar, by the way.
Oh,
I sure do.
I don't think it just goes away.
Let me double check, but I think it's still
I-
around.
I believe they are permanent creatures, which is kind of hilarious. All right, Gorka.
Yep.
Whew, that's some good initiative.
That's a 22 from me.
Sure. Moss, you got 22. To Will.
25.
Whew. Noth.
19.
We are rolling some good initiative, guys.
And
I got advantage on initiative.
Oh shit.
Listen,
Oh no!
Ducky is good at persuasion. Ducky is not good at initiative. Natural 1 plus
Says
3
zero.
makes 4.
Oh
Oh, okay.
no!
Oof.
Nat
All right.
1 plus 3.
So as our intrepid band of adventurers, the four of you array with their boar companion against this small army of mummies, Gorka strikes his staff down again, and they all enlarge.
Oh, fucking
Oh, come on.
gotta be shitting
Because
me.
Vergar are cool like that.
Okay, I'm just saying, Noth, your critical staff destroying skills. This would be the time.
Twill, it is your turn.
Oh god, this is too much too quick. Okay.
It's okay if you, because I need to pull up a mummy stat block too anyway.
So yes. Okay, I'm going to. This is gonna take me out of hide, but whatever. I'm gonna peek out from my hiding.
It's like, were you really gonna be hidden the entire time anyway?
Well, I could get some. I think I can actually still get sneak attack because I'm a swashbuckler, regardless. Anyways, so I'm going to peek around for my hiding spot, and look at one of the mummies. I've just been enlarged, and cast Crown of Madness. Well, are they a humanoid? Do they count as a
undead. They're undead.
Does that mean they count as a humanoid then?
No, humanoid's a creature type, so anything, just because something is humanoid shaped doesn't mean they're a humanoid. They actually have to have the creature type humanoid.
So it doesn't count as humanoid.
They are not humanoid.
Well, fuck me. Never mind. I don't do that.
Okay.
Okay. So what is this one? Oh my gosh, I have all these new spells that I haven't really reviewed.
That's okay.
How close are they together?
What are you trying to do?
I want to cast like a thing that I want to cast Hunger of Hadar and hit as many of them as possible.
You could get all 6 of the mummies with a Hunger for Dara.
Okay.
Between them being in the space is pretty large, but there's 6 of them and they're enlarged. They get kind of crowded.
Yeah. Okay. So Twill's gonna hold out a hand, make some gestures in the air, mutter some words, and then right in the middle of that grouping of them, just this darkness opens up, and you hear this sort of terrible goat noise that echoes as it rips open and and it just sits there, and there's this cold breeze that radiates off of it.
Tentacly slurping noises.
No tentacles.
Okay, that's that important to you. That's okay.
Yeah. That's the one. That's always the thing I do with Twill. There's no tentacles. It's just goat shit. Okay. So they had to make a dex save.
Is that when it appears or when they start their turn in it?
Yeah, 20. This void is the void creates any creature that starts its turn in the area. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dex saving throw. So it's just open there, and then when their turns come around, they'll start there, so they'll take the damage, and then they have to make a dex save at the end of it.
Yeah. And the first half is cold damage, the second half is acid damage, and the areas are heavily obscured in difficult terrain. It's a big AoE suck.
Yes.
Alright, so there is a void blackness of death in front of you, as there's just calls to you. But it is Mossy's turn.
Okay, how far away is the Mummy Lord from me?
Well, he is now across, technically not magical darkness void, but
Right.
he was about 60 feet out.
Sorry. Real quick, just in case this is helpful. Everyone that's inside of it is considered blinded.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, I think Mossy's just going to prioritize the Mummy Lord.
Sure.
Let me double check and make sure that this is a thing I can do. It's not. So instead, Mossy's just going to look at the closest mummy who is currently blinded in all of that. Bonus action.
It also makes a blackness, so you can't see them either.
Oh, I can't see them either.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's so hard to describe it without using the word darkness, because mechanically it's technically not darkness, so Devil's Sight can't see through it.
Right. It's its own void thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw my Sunblade and bonus action start it up, because that's going to be helpful in a moment. And then I'm going to look over at, I think Noth. I'm going to look over at Noth, just kind of pat him on the shoulder, go, all right, buddy, this is going to be a lot of fun. So I think we could need all the help that we can get. And I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on him,
That's
specifically
pretty good.
against the undead.
It actually just does all the types when you cast it.
Oh, look at that. Amazing. I
It's
don't play
just good.
Rangers very often.
I mean, and also most Rangers I played with don't generally take protection from evil and good. It's just not a spell that comes up super often. But it's
There we
pretty
go.
good.
Yeah, so that's my action. That's my bonus action. And I think I'm just going to brace myself.
All right, it is Lord's turn. He is Lord.
Lord.
All right, what does he want to do?
Oh, he's in the thing, right?
He's the only one that's not. You could get all the mummies, but a
Oh, okay.
little too far away.
Okay.
That does kind of limit his options, though.
Oh no.
All right. You hear a spell being invoked and held.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You shall tremble before the might of Gorka Tharn.
Gorka. Sounds like something else. Anyways.
It is Noth's turn.
Okay, so I am faced with the scenario where if I were to charge into melee, I would be both in the void and in an area of attack that would deal damage to me potentially twice a turn.
It's not actually that bad, believe it or not, because it's 2d6 twice. If you rage, you have resistance to that, so it's like taking 2d6, and you don't even have disadvantage to hit them because they can't see you either.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually not that bad for you.
Yeah, they're also blind in there.
Yeah. You can't see them, they can't see you. So it's just even.
So attacking recklessly would then still also apply advantage.
No, because you do have a source of disadvantage, so it cancels out. Because you have a source of disadvantage and a source of advantage. So it just kind of neutralizes and makes the game less varied.
All right. I also have some javelins.
Also an option.
They're going to be as effective. So I guess I'm just going to
You can also.
my rage. Just unending rage is never going away. It's probably why I don't have a Loxodon pirate bard wife. I'm always angry. But I will go ahead and charge directly into the melee and against some of these enlarged guys. The first one on my left that I come across.
Sure. So when you walk into the area, does that trigger the 2d6 cold?
Yeah, he has to. If he ends his turn, he'll take acid damage in it.
But does the cold trigger if you walk in? You know it's when you start your turn.
It doesn't say. It just says if you start your turn.
Yes.
Okay, so no cold immediately. You walk in and you could smack somebody.
All right, I will attack recklessly. 2 swings against the first one on the left. And this is radiant damage. No advantage. 17 to hit.
That hits a mummy.
All right. And
You can hear it in this void as it kind of meekly tries to rock away from you, but they seem very much of the like ooze variety where they're trying to kill you, not so much trying to dodge your attacks.
okay. 16 radiant, followed by 17 to hit. It's plus 10.
Yeah, that hits.
I want to make sure it's plus 10. I think it might actually be plus 12 because of the rage.
Rage doesn't add to a hit, only to damage.
Okay.
So 17 on your first damage, right?
Yep. And then 19 on the second.
Okay, so 16 plus 20, 36. Yeah, that mummy is goes. What's that? It coughs because I have to cough. But it is not dead.
It
Alright.
will be.
Oh.
So you, when you end your turn there, you have to make a dex save, and you do not get advantage because you are blinded. So danger sense cannot apply.
Okay. And this is Dex.
Yeah.
So
So I'm assuming you got a 12.
yeah, I got a
Oh.
12.
Yeah, you feel this like fuzzy, stiff leg with like a hardened hoof kind of grace across like your forearm, and it like sizzles a trail of acid. So that would be 11 points of acid damage.
Which is half to 5 because you're angry.
Because you're angry.
Power of my rage compels you.
I am too angry to take full damage from this acid.
I imagine like you like flick the goat leg off your arm, like not now.
I'm busy.
It's now their turn. To Will, could you roll me that 2d6 cold?
Oh, they have to make a
That's-
dex. Oh no, that's at the end of their turn. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, 11 points.
Hey, that's pretty good. Considering that's multiplied by 6.
Mm-hmm. And then if they want to get out, they all gotta make dex saves.
Alright. And it's difficult terrain. And fun fact, mummies don't walk very fast.
So they don't like get anywhere.
Well, they move. So mummies' move speed is 20 feet. This is difficult terrain, so they move 10 feet.
Heck yeah.
So the one that Noth was fighting, and like one other gets to Noth, and they're gonna rotting fist him.
Ew.
And he's moving away from me. Oh, okay.
Actually, as they do that, as they start shambling, they all start to stamp. They go. And
Oh my God.
you hear that spell release vroom, as the Mummy Lord casts Dispel Magic, and the Hunger Fedora
Oh no.
Oh.
flicks away. He just Thanos the Hunger Fedora, which will
This-
let another mummy get to Noth, but the other one still can't get to anybody.
It's worth noting these attack rolls are at disadvantage because of protection from evil and good.
That's a good note. Thank you for the reminder. I was going to
Yeah.
forget that. So they're going to start with their Dreadful Glare, because that's how mummies attack. So they're going to affix Noth. I need you to make 3 Wisdom saves. This DC is low.
I'm pretty sure that I'm too dumb to be affected by their psychic attacks.
Dreadful Glare.
And it is advantage.
No.
No.
I don't know if even good does that, but sure. That sounds appropriate. I don't feel like looking up a spell right now.
No, I just looked it up a minute ago. And if it's not a melee attack, you were saying Rotten Fist a moment ago. So
Yeah, they use the glare first. It's annoying because it says explicitly use the glare first, but the glare is listed second. I'm confused by that choice. 5. Okay.
oh no, I'm sorry. Wisdom, that's a 7.
That's good because that doesn't mean you fail by 5 or more, which means you're not paralyzed.
I'm immune to paralysis right now.
It does try to frighten you though.
You can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by these creatures.
Yeah.
All right, so do it twice more.
Oh yeah. Nat 20.
Actually, this makes you immune because of the way it's templated. It says while you're frightened, you're paralyzed. So actually, you just can't be got by this.
Yeah, that's another 7.
So now they're gonna try to punch you a little bit, which they will be at disadvantage. Because you are still protection, because that's a really good spell right now. As they punch for a 13, which misses, and for a 22, which I think hits.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a con save. And for a 15, which I think misses.
That will be a 20, and a 15 is my armor class.
Okay. So 20 you save and do it again because they hit you again.
That would be a 14.
That'll also save. So you're going to take 13 halved to 6 bludgeoning and 9 halved to 4 necrotic. So you take 10.
10 points.
And then it happens again because they hit you twice. Going to take 9 half to 4 bludgeoning and 12 half to 6 necrotic. So another 10. And the other 3 can't quite get to anybody, but they can still glare at people. So Ducky, Twill, and Mossy each need to make 1 wisdom save.
Oh no.
That's an 18.
You are fine. Oh, also, Ducky, don't you have an aura that like buffs everyone's saving throws?
Totally. I knew about this the whole time. Do I have this?
That's a 6th level paladin feature. You add your charisma to all saving throws of all allies within 10 feet of you.
Oh, I have. There's so much here. Aura of courage, aura of devotion, aura of protection. Yes,
Aura
the
of protection.
Or protection where your conscious grant friendly creatures, including within 10 feet of you, bonus 3 plus bonus to all saving throws. Blah, blah. Oh, and
Right.
also no one can be charmed when they're in 10 feet of me, and no one can be frightened when they're in 10 feet of me. I know all my spells.
So actually, given that all 3 of you are within the can't be frightened aura, you're all immune to this anyway.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Also, I was right next to him in the lip fight, so.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Well, class features. What are those?
I wouldn't have lobbed that axe if I hadn't have been frightened.
Maybe it was better.
Staff around.
And that was pretty badass.
So they all look at you, and nothing happens. And Gorka looks at his staff like, "This thing broken." And it is now Ducky's turn.
Ducky is oh god, since I've got this. I might not need that. You know what? Oh, there are so many paladin features. I should really have studied my
Cleansing
craft.
touch, pretty cool too.
Cleansing touch is cool. I'm gonna read that because I've got divine
does not-
smite.
Cleansing touch doesn't matter right now. Divine smite wounds, you hit things, you can hit them harder by spending a spell slot.
Yes. Purity of
It's
spirit. I'm
pure.
always under the effects protection from good and evil.
Oh, that's pretty good. So they'll all have disadvantage to attack you.
Haha, suckers.
You want to go smash some mummies?
I do. I was gonna do bless, but everyone already has like +3 to their saving throws anyway. So
I don't need this right now.
I'm gonna whip out my flame tongue longsword.
Come stand next to me, Ducky.
It's like, I'll fight with you.
And I whisper spike to activate the flames, and I will arm my
Magic
it's Spike and Ducky from the land before time.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Spike is my twin sister. I am gonna go arm my shield and my sword and go Ducky charge, and I'm gonna go charge at the one nearest north.
Okay, murder some things.
Murder time. I'm so sorry.
All right. So give me an attack roll. It's gonna be clear here. Their AC is 11.
AC is 11. Flame tongue sword. That is a 19.
Yeah. Okay. So the one that was hurt already is just dead for so many reasons because it had 11 hit points left and it's vulnerable to fire damage, and you get an extra D8 because improved divine smite, and it's an undead, so you get an extra D8 from divine smite. So that one disintegrates into tiny little pieces of ash, and then you smack another one. But you have to roll for that.
That is that's a dirty 20.
Cool. All right. So get
Math.
2d6 plus 3d8, and the d6s are doubled
Jesus.
plus static.
Oh my god, what do I even
And
roll
then
for
you can
this?
drop a spell slot and smite them for even more if you want.
I do. I really do.
What
Uh
level level spell slot do you want to drop?
I am going to draw feature traits. Oh, neatos. I'm just looking through all the stuff I have. Jesus Christ. I should have probably looked at this.
So for first level spell slots, 2d8, and for every level above that, it gets an extra d8.
I have Branding Smite. So
those ones you would the spell ones you would invoke before you hit. Too late for those. This is
okay.
just regular
So-
Divine Smite.
I will Divine Smite.
What level?
I'm going to do it at 4th level.
Sure.
Jesus.
I
All
just
right.
made that up.
All right.
So 7d8 plus 2d6, doubling the d6s plus your static damage.
It's so much math. I regret my life.
I need your numbers.
7d8. Okay.
Yes.
Ta-da! This is fine. We're gonna be fine.
No, we're not. Well, the month's not going to be fine.
6. 9. No, wrong one. 3. So I gotta start again. So I got 3. 5. 4. It's going well. 4. You know what?
16.
Roll
Three more.
78. There we go. 40.
Okay.
I got
40. Plus your strength modifier.
Plus my strength modifier, which is 4. So 44.
44, and then roll 2d6 and double it.
2d6. 6. That is 10.
So 64 damage. This mummy has 58 hit points at max.
Damn.
It has already been hurt. This mummy. My pen just exploded. This mummy is vapor. Literal vapor. So Ducky, to summarize, strides forward, invokes a flaming sword, and just turns 2 mummies into ash.
Yes.
Goth takes a point of inspiration from it.
It is to Will's turn.
How many mummies are left?
4. They're all, and then the Lord. They are all lightly wounded.
Okay. Cat, not now. Ugh. Twill is gonna dash up to to one of the mummies, one mummy that hasn't been like directly assaulted.
Yeah, they're all the same at this point
Okay.
because she killed all the ones that were hurt.
Whoopsie.
And as she's running up, she's gonna drag her hand along the blade of her rapier, and then it's going to alight in green flame, and then she's gonna dash and jab it into one of the mummies, casting green flame blade.
And then you can have that jump to another one too.
Yep. And this is using her Dragon Slayer weapon. Which,
Noted.
Cat, right now is not the time. Go away. She won't. She won't.
Cat is so fluffy though.
She is. That sometimes is the problem. Okay.
There's
Oh man, I always roll like shit on attack rolls.
They have 11. They have 11 AC.
Oh, good. Then that hits because it's 8 plus 9. Cool. Okay. Oh, good. It already has it in there. Excellent. Super. Okay, cool. So yeah. So the first one takes. Ooh. Oh, well, it's okay.
And they are vulnerable to fire, so you had to do that separate from the normal damage.
What do you mean?
Oh, because they're vulnerable to fire, so the fire part of the damage gets doubled.
Do they still take regular melee damage with green flame
Yes.
blade?
Yeah, it does melee damage, and then it adds d8s of fire on top.
Okay. That was what I was unsure about.
At this level, it would add 2d8 of fire.
Yes, you're correct. Okay. So wait, what is it? It's a 1d8. Oh, 1d8 plus 1. Okay, sorry. It's been a while since I cast this or I've used this.
That's okay. It's kind of a high complexity spell, honestly.
It is. Yeah, it always confuses me. Okay, so it takes 11 points of piercing damage.
Sure.
The first one does. In addition to 8 points of fire damage.
Which get doubled to 16.
And then you all see these flames just sort of leap over to whoever is closest to him, to this mummy. And the mummy takes. Do you want to roll again or just the same amount?
You can just roll again. 2d8 plus your charisma on this one, I believe.
Yes. Wait. And then it takes 11 points of fire damage on the second guy.
Which doubled to 22. Okay. So
and
they
then,
two are on fire and are not looking good.
I don't think it catches them on fire.
That's more of a flavor thing.
Okay, gotcha. So they're flavored of fire. Cool. And then I think for my bonus action, I'm going to skitter back and disengage. And there's something. Okay, yeah, that's it.
I've disengaged.
I'm done.
Okay, so Twill is done. Mossy.
Okay, a lot of Horizon Walker things are about to happen all at once.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Get it! Get it!
Oh, read our character sheets.
How far away from me is the nearest mummy?
Close enough to do what you're trying to do, most likely.
Okay. Oh boy. So I'm going to use some of my movement to get about 10 feet away from it, then use my Horizon Walker teleport to poof right up next to it. And I'm going to take my first attack at it with my Sunblade.
Whew. And that does an extra d8 to undead, right?
It sure does. That's a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. So that's that's 5 radiant damage. Is that doubled for these guys?
No.
Remember. Okay.
But you got
That's
2d8 plus your static is only 5?
No, that's 5 plus. Oh, geez, I suddenly can't count. That's 12 points of radiant damage to it.
Okay. So that one is heavily wounded, but not down.
Okay. Is there by any chance another mummy within 10 feet of it?
Yeah, absolutely. The one that the flame jumped to.
Poof! I am now at that mummy, and I'm going to hit it with my rapier.
God, I love Horizon Walkers.
Yeah! That's a natural 16 plus a whole bunch.
Yep.
And damage for that one, it's 8 points of piercing damage.
Sure. It's with the Sunblade, it's all radiant.
No, this was with my +1 rapier.
Oh, okay, sure.
I at this point am going to assume that I am within 30 feet of the Mummy Lord, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to look at it and my eyes flash white for just a second as I planar warrior mark it.
I don't even know what that does.
Oh, you're about to find out. I'm then going to run away from this mummy, knowing full well that I'm probably going to get smacked for it.
Yeah, he'll fist at you.
Yeah, go for it.
Rotting fist, which is at normal. You're not protection of evil and good. You're just conjuring on it. That's an 11. He misses.
Swell. Then I'm just gonna run rest of my movement over towards the Mummy Lord. I imagine with my movement, I'm not all the way there, but with my third Horizon Walker teleport, because I can do that 3 times if I do it twice, I get to him and I get to make a third attack because that feature makes me happy inside.
Woot. Telesmack.
Yeah, this is with the Sunblade again, so don't fail me now. That's a 27 to hit.
Yes, that hits the Mummy Lord.
Okay. Planar Warrior gives an additional 2d8 force damage and turns all of the damage into force damage. So...
That's pretty good.
Does that count with the additional d8 from Sunblade as well?
Yeah, it would do that. It would still do that.
Cool, so let's roll some damage. That's 10. That's 16. So that becomes 26 plus an additional 7 is, what is that, 33? That's 33 points of force damage to the Mummy Lord.
You smack this thing hard. you strike across its shoulder on its offhand, and in fact you sunder its offhand completely, its off arm completely off,
Swell.
and they blast of force, and it looks up at you and just.
Hi, I'm Mossy.
Ah!
Yeah, that's my turn.
He's going to invoke a blasphemous word.
No.
Yeah.
And I need you to roll a Constitution save.
Okay, I'm not awful at these. Don't fail me now. Don't fail me now. It's a 14.
You are stunned until the end of your next turn.
I respect that.
It's then his turn.
Cool.
He's going to reach out and touch you with the staff, and as he does that, he also looks out at who's the other closest person?
Me.
Either Noth or Ducky. I think he'll go for the light paladin because that sounds juxtaposition-y. He's going to win the spell harm at both of you. I need con saves? Con saves from both of you.
Ducky feels
Okay.
like his shield is not good for this.
You do. Ducky, don't. No, because you. Never mind. Don't worry about me.
I got.
I'm going to assume a 12 will fail.
This is true.
Cool.
Ducky?
I realize I have +3 on all saves as well.
Yeah. It probably should have. It probably already calculates that in. It normally does.
Okay, well, either way, it was a 19.
Here, you are. You will take half damage.
Yay!
Mossy takes 14d6 necrotic damage, and
Yeah,
his
this is gonna hurt.
maximum hit
Yay!
points is reduced by the same amount.
Oh.
All right.
That is 43, and so Ducky takes 21, and your maximum is not reduced. Mossy takes 43, and his hit point is reduced by 43. But this spell cannot kill you. So if you were already low for some reason, it does not drop you.
Arguably, I'm still at max health, so we are okay.
My pen just exploded again. I'm done.
Living your life at full potential.
All right, so yeah, Gorka looks upon the destruction he has wrought as this black necrotic energy pumps in through your fur-bulgy veins. Yeah.
Ow.
And it is now Noth's turn.
This is why you let the barbarian charge the bad guy.
I mean, but it was so cool.
I look around at the ashes left in the ground around me, realize I'm not within melee of anybody, and I've
You gotta
got a
mosey-
lot of movement to try and get to the big boss guy. So that's where I'm headed. I'm going to circuitous of a route, going to put myself.
Cutest route is a magic card. Anyway, yeah, you are able to
the
get
magical
Gorka.
flanking position if we're allowing flanking rules.
You can flank all you want, but I don't usually use the flanking variant rule, at least not for like one shots and stuff.
Totally fine. Especially with theater of the mind, it gets kind of.
Yeah. But yeah, you can totally get near Mossy on the other side of Gorka by this stalagmite that he strode out of with your big axe.
And I'm going to wait. I'm by the stalagmite.
Yeah, I mean that'd be the other side of him.
I want to strike the dark crystal thing then.
Oh yeah, if you want to smack the black ruby out of its place precariously between the two things, you can totally baseball that all you want.
Precarious. I could just grab it.
It looks like you might be able to grab it. Potentially there might be some. The concept of a mummy's curse does briefly cross your mind.
Which brain cell of the two did it hit? The good idea or the bad idea one?
That is for you to decide, my friend.
Yep. Still angry. Gonna take my first action as attack and object interaction. I'll try and grab it after my attack.
Sounds good to me.
And
Give me some.
if I reduce him to 0 hit points, I can get a third attack on him.
Yeah. Or if you crit.
That's going to be an 18 to hit.
18 hits the mummy lord.
All right. Let's go ahead and do damage on that one first. That is going to be 19 points after rage.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have magic weapon. So 19.
Radiant.
Yeah, and it's radiant. He's taken 52 and is hurting hardcore.
And come on, crit. No, 27.
27 hits though. 27 hits by a lot.
And well,
Rounded accurately. Who needs that?
So 12 points of damage.
Okay. You dealt 64 points of damage to Gorka, and he he's down an arm. Let's put it that way. He's not
Didn't
looking.
take off his staff arm though. So I'm going to
No.
reach out and I'm going to object interaction grab the stone.
All right, and you reach out and you grab the rock, and it comes off quite easily. And as you have this kind of like handball-sized faceted gem, you feel a sinking inside you as you are cursed. All your saving throws are made at disadvantage.
Except for Dex and the ones that I have advantage on, right?
Yeah, it'll cancel out like normal.
Yep.
But you got a big shiny.
Big shiny.
It is now the
grab.
4 remaining mummies are going to take their turn now. As they are going to, well, y'all are immune to frighten, so I guess they're just gonna punch people. So one of them will shamble over to Mossy. One of them will shamble to one can't get to Noth, but I guess the other 3 will go up to Ducky because Twill also ran away and they're slow. It's much slower than you. So getting at Ducky with your protection movement good permanently, so you have disadvantage. That is a 14, and that is a 15, and that is an 8. They miss you 3 times.
Yay, 19 armor class!
And then Mossy, they have advantage because the one that got to you because you are stunned,
I'm stunned.
which is a 22 to hit.
That sure does hit.
Can you make me a con save?
Yep. Nope.
Are you sure?
That's a 6.
Okay. Yeah, you are cursed with mummy rot. You
Oh,
can't
good.
regain hit points, and your maximum is reduced by 3d6 for every 24 hours. If it reduces you to 0, you die and your body's turned to dust.
Okay.
Mummy rot.
Mummy rot. It can be removed with the remove curse spell.
All right.
All right. You also take enlarged mummy damage, which is 15 bludgeoning and 14 necrotic.
Alrighty. For a total of 29.
Yes, that's math.
All right.
Ducky.
So, Ducky's got 3 mummies around the right.
Yep.
Okay.
Enlarged mummies. They are so much taller than you.
It's like,
Actually, fun fact, because you are 2 sizes smaller than them, you can run through their space if you want to.
oh, I kind of want to do that. I know it's a bad idea, but also the image in my mind is hilarious. Yeah, I kind of want to do that. Because I kind of want to run and try and take out the big one. their stuff.
That's up to you.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go.
All right. So as you run over there, they're all going to take opportunity attacks at you at disadvantage because protection from evil and good is pretty good.
Hey!
So that's a 9, and that's a nat 1, and that's a 21.
That does hit.
All right, make me a Constitution save.
That is 21.
Okay, you are not mummy rotted.
Yay!
You take 16 bludgeoning and 7 necrotic.
I don't have the calculator under here. That's not what's happening.
That's fine. I know a lot of people use calculators for their character hit points.
How much was the second one? So it was 16 plus...
And 7.
16 and 7. So one,
Not
one.
nearly as rude as the one that hit Mossy.
Yeah, that one was rude.
That hurt.
Yeah.
But, I was wondering if Channel Divinity could help, but apparently I can only remove spells, so... I'll come back for you!
Yeah. You could channel divinity to turn undead.
Oh. I might do that.
Or you could just smack this mummy lord who seems to already be pretty hurt.
Yeah, I have an extra attack as well, so I'm gonna do improve Divine Smite again, but past level 2.
Did you want to invoke a spell smite, like branding smite, blinding smite, something like that beforehand?
I will do branding smite.
Sounds good.
Which visible to target shields and dead light radius can't be visible. Oh, actually, no, that just sheds light, doesn't it? Ugh. I only have branding smite. Branding smite it is.
Extra damage. Hurrah!
So,
all right. Make me attack rolls.
And am I within 5 feet of Noth?
You can be.
I'm going to go within 5 feet of Noth, which activates Kobold Pack Tactics, which means I get advantage on attack rolls.
However, you are within the sunlight of the sun sword, which means it bounces out at normal.
Son of a bit. 14?
14 will miss the mummy lord. Try again.
Okay.
You have 2 attacks.
18.
18 hits.
Yes. Okay, so... Now
okay, so you have branding smite, which is what, 2d6?
2d6. Yeah, branding smite at level 2, which is 2d6. Yeah.
That one does fire or radiant damage?
That one... I'm going to attack the best leads with Astral Radiance.
Okay, so you have that, and then you can also use Divine Smite on top of it if you so desire, because you can stack them.
I'm going to do that.
So what level Divine Smite do you want to do?
I'll do it at 3rd level.
Okay. So that is 6d8, 7d8 plus your static, and then 4d6, doubling 2 of the d6 because they're fire.
Okay, so 7d8.
Yes, plus 4.
That is 36.
Okay.
And what was the second one?
So do 2d6 twice.
2d6. That is 11.
Okay, and then do it again, and this time we'll double it.
2d6 again?
Yeah. The last one was the radiant from Branding Smite. Now it's the fire from Flame Tongue.
14.
Okay. Plus 28. And then did you add your strength mod of 4?
No, I didn't. So that plus 4.
Okay, so 40, 51 plus 28, 59, 79 damage. This thing's 64 and it only has 97 hit points. This Mummy Lord is just, you rend your sword across it, cutting a blinding light flare through it as it's just his entire body disintegrates out. Paladins, devotion paladins, with a flame tongue against vulnerable to fire mummies, they die very quickly. And as Gorka disintegrates into nothingness, the curse lifts off of Noth. He no longer has disadvantage on saving throws. All the other mummies disintegrate into dust.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah. And his staff clatters to the floor.
Yeah, so Ducky is just gonna take his take their flame sword and just go doom like a mic drop, and then pick it up very quickly again. The weapon.
Or he's going to pick up the staff.
Sure, Noth can pick up a staff.
No, that won't have disadvantage on saving throws.
So to expedite slightly, because we have 8 minutes left, you are able to find plenty of treasure piled around the altar, or doing math, bundling, about 8,000 gold worth of gems and coinage, as well as an electrum teapot worth 25 gold, and a fancy staff, which Nat made up, so he doesn't know what it is yet. Frankly. Additionally, you do find a secret door that leads off into further chambers, which are furnished as if a dwelling, classic style of burial, where they try to give you everything as you venture forward into the afterlife. So yeah, that you don't see anything from the dwarves, though.
Oh, they're fine.
Hey, so really quick before we do anything else, I have a very strong sense that I'm dying, just a little bit. So if anyone could do something about that, that would be neat.
I can help with that.
Thank you.
Honestly, you're really beginning to get an off odor. Seriously.
Yeah, less mossy, more moldy right now.
I'm gonna use lay on hands and give you many hit points.
Does cure disease work?
You're looking for remove curse.
Oh, remove curse. I thought the curse of Mossy went when the mummy lord died.
Yeah, no.
Oh no, the mummy rot doesn't go away.
Oh no.
The stealing treasure from a mummy's tomb curse does go away.
Oh, I only have protection from good and evil.
Yes.
Would that do it? Or cleansing touch.
Dispel evil and good would do it. Cleansing touch technically only does spells, but sure, I'll let that work. It feels right.
Ducky's just gonna go Pachoom! I'm like
I know that paladins are immune to disease. Isn't there something like one of the abilities gains like cure disease? I thought it was lay on hands.
Lay on hands can remove diseases, but mummy rot, despite its name, is actually a curse, not a disease.
Okay, so they changed it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll help. I'll just go find someone after. But hey, thanks.
No worries.
Okay. All right. So you get some gold. You found some places. The staff, when you deign to check it out, is a Voyager staff.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I don't know what that is.
Because Nat pulled a hipster move and pulled it out of Ravnica.
yeah.
I was like, that doesn't sound like some Mad Mage shit. What is that?
That is not Mad Mage shit.
It sounds cool,
The guy doesn't have a staff in the book. He has a rusty war that's worth nothing. So that was bold.
Ducky's gonna very quickly go up to Darth with whatever they got from this and go,
Ducky doesn't really use coins. So here, for family. Because family is important.
and they're just gonna give Noth all of their gold that they got from that.
You hear that, Corey?
All the gold?
Yeah.
What
Ducky is giving Noth Ducky's share, which I think would be $2,000. So Noth gets $4,000.
Damn.
Assuming that's out.
Now I got something on my back worth carrying. Thank you.
No problem.
All right.
Hey,
So
does anyone have any particular attachment to this staff?
Could we give it to
Yeah, it's
the person whose staff we broke?
hand.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea, actually, now that I think about it.
but that's your loot because you decided to kill the mummy instead of the lich. Keep it.
Never mind. God has told us no.
Bossy just kind of grabs it. Maybe now I'll figure out how to get home.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mossy, why don't you hold on to it for now in case
Okay.
the lich doesn't cooperate and we need an extra bargaining chip. But we can hold on to it for now.
Okay.
Let's
right.
go.
Head back to the Lich. As you go back, you pass by a pile of 6 dead Dvergar, surrounded by mummies that are also dead now.
Let's keep going.
Yep. And you keep going.
I
The
feel like
Runestone has
that's a good
stopped.
experience for these guys.
The Runestone has stopped Eye of Sauroning and is now a more luminous bluish white color, as opposed to the angry red orange of Sauron. And you head on up, get up to the landing. We're gonna ignore how exactly you get up there for a second, and you knock on the door, presumably. The door. And Zat's big head comes out, and then out of his green cloak pops the head of a very young pseudo dragon.
Hey, we didn't die.
Yeah. Are you ready to start moving? Because
Acceptable.
it's moving day. And also, do you know how to remove curses? Because this one back
Yeah.
here.
I do. What do you need removed?
Oh, I'm starting to get moldy. That's pretty much what I got.
He's going to invoke a little spell and reach out and boop you on the snoot. And remove curse.
Hey, thanks.
Now can you all wait out here for a moment while I grab a few things?
Totally.
Is the rune good to go?
Not quite yet. Give me a moment.
Okay. It's still. I want to make an insight check on this mofo. I'm trusting.
Sure. Make an insight check.
18.
All right. He seems to be being honest.
All right.
No one wants you to know where he keeps his phylactery.
Oh.
Yeah, I
So he
wouldn't.
closes the door, and there's a shimmering around the edge of the doorway, and you hear like a thunk and some collapsing noises, and there's like you hear a cat meow, and then he steps through the door, not opening it, and it's kind of becoming less and less solid as he traces an outline on it, and it closes down into a small runic box the size of a matchbox, and the entire door and everything inside his home, you think, just morphs down into this little handheld magic item and just pockets it.
Handy.
Solid
Is
as a
that-
rock.
Is that Merlin from the Sword and the Stone? Is this
A little bit. It's Dark Merlin. Merlin Dark.
Durlin.
You can now remove the runestone without much issue. I have my magic holding it upon the location should be removed.
I'll do that.
Noth climbs down. And this runestone is like it's like the size of Ducky, to be honest. Its
Oh,
thing
my
is big.
Lord.
And
Little
as you
smaller.
remove it, it's like disengaging a light bulb as it just and goes dark. Still has that rune deep in it, and under detect magic, which Tawil obviously has up, it still has the beautiful rainbow of colors. So it is still magic, it's just no longer glowing. And actually, it turns this entire huge room, which it was just shedding a massive amount of light into, dark for the first time.
Perfect. Now we betray the Lich.
No!
And that snaps his fingers and invokes a small light spell, just will shed some light on the immediate area. Ducky, shall we retire to our new abode?
Ducky is gonna go and hold his dad's hand and go,
Let's mosey on.
He looks at the rest of you. You've been acceptable.
Yeah, you too.
I hope you are able to. Oh, I almost forgot. And he reaches in his pocket and pulls out a small scroll case. Within you will find my information on how to defeat Alhalister, as well as a particularly useful spell in doing so. Now, Goodbye. And he is going to invoke Dimension Door.
Bye,
Well,
Bye, guys.
bye.
And gone.
Enough.
it is
That's his reason. His flask. Don't need that anymore.
And it is now dark again.
and
Yeah, I can light the way.
great.
So, as we are going to transition to the outro, with those scroll cases, you are able to find a scroll of Disintegrate,
Oh shit.
a number of scrolls depicting lots of information about Hallister Blackcloak, which you can find in Appendix A of Dungeons and Bad Mage. Or Appendix B, the one with his stat block. Everything but his stat block is what it gives you itself. And also some directions to the caverns to find a giant gilded snail.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. Do we want to get this snail before we head back up to the surface?
I
One
mean, if
last
it's left
hurrah?
to me, escargot was delicious.
Narratively, I mean, yes, let's say you're going to get the snail. I don't think we have
So-
time to do it on the stream.
No, I know that.
So
Yeah.
you come upon, after a little bit of trekking, a gargantuan-sized, 15-foot tall snail with a gleaming golden shell. It has a name plaque on the wall of Hungerschrock. And it shows a brilliant, powerful abjuration magic around the snail. And you learn that anyone who touches it gains temp HP. Also, you're pretty sure you can sell the giant snail shell for 200,000, not 200,000, 20,000 gold, 20,000 gold, 20,000 gold.
I was gonna say, holy shit, we're gonna become the new Lords of Waterdeep.
100,000. Sorry, this isn't Dragon Heist. We can't break the economy like that.
Yeah, and that I feel like that's like we all like
Yeah.
like you see like Mossy like growing like a trail of mushrooms or some shit.
Oh yeah.
And that's like where like the scene like fades to black and the credits start to roll. There's some like fun like Breakfast Club music or some shit that plays.
I'm imagining on the credits we have little cartoons of your characters trying to coax
Yeah.
the snail.
It actually turns into an anime ending. Our game has been an anime this whole time, which that really makes so much more sense now.
All right, so as I go around, tell us a little bit about what you got going on. We did a little bit at the beginning. You can do a little bit now, and also I'd like everyone to share. You have a choice: either one thing that your character would do is going to do in the future, or one thing you really liked about our little 2-session campaign. And I'll go last because I'm the DM, so I get to cheat. And we're going to start with Val.
Oh, damn it. I was deciding which one of those two I wanted to do. Hi, I'm Val. I'm the Nerdy Niffler on Twitter. I'm back on VR on the 24th, right? We're doing a game that's like a continuation of the doopity-doop from last time.
Oh, with Kyle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. No, that's different. I thought... No, never mind. Anyway, we're doing a one with Kyle as well in a few weeks' time. On a Sunday. And Damn it, I'm just really happy the Azat Ducky ship sailed. That was really neat.
I mean,
I,
new friends. You killed his other ones.
yeah, he did new people. And just Noth. Every time Noth was like, squishy!
Yep.
It was just beautiful.
All right. Then we're gonna pop over to Jono.
I'm Jono. You can find me on Twitter at MammalJono. I say things that are funny sometimes, and I talk about musical theater and D&D and the other thoughts that come into my brain. It's a fun time. I would like to believe that immediately after leaving the Dungeons of Undermountain, Mossy tried out that new staff of his, went back home, and finally finished his romesco sauce.
Aw.
So, full circle.
I'm hungry now.
Nice. That sounds good.
Mhm.
All right, and Nox.
Hey, I'm Nox. Like I said before, I'm gonna try to put my dice back. Let me stop that. I'm Nox. Like I said before, you can find me on the internet at NoxNock2, where I tweet about whatever I want, but especially games. I'm part of the creative council here on Variant Roles, and I'm super excited to gear up to talk about what we're going to do for community games for the Saltmarsh book, which the full name I just forgot. But then also the cool shit they're releasing right now as we speak. Woo! Follow us on Twitter at Variant Roles if you want to sign up for future community games and to see what we have going on. I'll actually be back here tomorrow for some Urban Shadows. We have a really fun, exciting session coming up tomorrow. I'm super stoked about. Since Twill doesn't really have a personality or like a backstory, she's just a character that shows up randomly. I'm gonna talk about my favorite moment instead, because what she does outside the dungeon, who gives a shit? Not me. Yeah, I agree with Val. I love every time that Corey as Noth is like, squishies! That was a lot of fun. I also just really appreciate Mossy's character. Like, dopey, but still, like, cool. And, like, every character, like, had, like, their own, like, kind of dopiness. But, like, still, like, could kick ass and take names, you know? I love Ducky making friends with Izat. That was an amazing turn of events, and I love that that's what happened. And Nat, you're an awesome DM. Thank you so much for running these 2 sessions for us.
All right. Thank you. And Corey?
I am Dungeon Master Corey. You can find me at DM Corey just about everywhere. I'm going to be running a game here coming up. We've done session 1 on Monday already here on Dungeon and the Mad Mage's Variant Roles. We got 2 more Mondays to go on it. We are doing dungeon level 14, I want to say it is. Yeah, dungeon level 14.
What's the level? Oh, you just told me and I spoke over it. I'm sorry.
So we got 2 more sessions on that, but I think for my favorite moments in this 2-session campaign, I gotta say, it's been a long time since I've broken a magic item, and I've never done it in 5e. So that was a personal checkbox. Yeah, I love it. But honestly, I got to go with where Noth is going after this. It's fleet. It's fleet time. It's fleet time. I'm gonna buy some ships. I'm gonna sail off into the sunset. I'm gonna find that love, give it up to drinking, and sail off to the sunset with a snail.
I mean, didn't you already find that love in the sea?
What's that?
But didn't you already find the love in the sea?
No, a snail.
Yeah,
You guys are platonic love. Come on, guys.
a lot of platonic love in these games.
It's a 15-foot snail. I can ride this thing like across land speed that you would not believe.
Probably wouldn't even notice you're there.
And when I'm in touch with the snail's shell, I've got temporary hit points. It goes, charge! I'm gonna take a long rest.
I am Nat. I've been your dungeon master today. I want to thank all of my players for being so amazing, because the DM can bring all the fun ideas and be willing to say yes and improvise, but it's really the players who bring the game to life, bring the magic, and make it happen. So thank you. I'd also love to thank Nox, because she's been running tech today, because frankly running tech while DMing is abysmal, and I never hope to have to do it. And I'd also like to throw a shout out to Dan Gaston, because he's the organizer alongside our creative council, but he's kind of the progenitor of Variant Roles, and he's amazing. You can find me on Twitter at CrimeNat, K-R-E-I-M Nat. I tweet a bunch of D&D crap, and that's basically it. I try to be positive-ish, unless I'm not. Yeah. Like I said before, you can find me on Mondays, DM'd by Corey, and you can also find me Wednesdays on Phantom Roll Booth for fantasy insurance action for dungeons and deductibles. And maybe in the works, I might be running another dungeon level soon. We'll see. Its concept is thrown out there. But that'd be fun. I'm going to cheat because I'm DM. I get to do that. I'm going to say that 2 things I really loved. First of all, it was the whole Noth, I want to smash dynamic. A lot of times you see that in casual games, and the barbarian players getting they aren't they can get frustrated at that. But this was a fun way to play it where it worked really well and everyone had a lot of fun and there were smiles around. And we did get to smash some things in the end, so that was good. And the second thing absolutely has to be the fucking crit chuck to smash the Staff of Frost. That was amazing. I loved it. Dice are great. Super fun.
That was amazing.
That's me. I think that's everything we've got to say. So I'm gonna sign us off. It's been wonderful. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.